Battle Rap Ranking, man. Battle Rap Ranking, what's going on? So, part two. I just got off work. We're going to continue to break this thing down. Paperwork of Chris Unbias came out. I heard he responded, so he might be still in the same thing. He might talk about some of the things that might not add up like he did last time. Who knows? But I'm probably going to check the response tonight. Haven't checked it out yet. Definitely skipped a couple of parts because my people's told me to check out number 6. Let me know what y'all seen so far in the comments. Battle Rap is Life. These are two main bloggers. Chris and Bay is definitely a big blogger. I think it's a serious situation. Very serious situation. For some reason, not for some reason, I care about things like this. I definitely do. I can see both sides, and it's paperwork out. Let's check it out. What's going on, Flash? How you feeling, man? Y'all like the video. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Join my Discord if y'all want to talk. Talk to us, Truth.
Battle Truth.
What you got now?
Coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters, along with my co-host, Jules, from the Jules Gaming Lounge, man. We ain't done, bro.
Keep it moving.
Part 6. Oh, yeah, we got the...
Talk to me. Pull up, Flash. Explain to me. Tell me what you lost about.
Fine, we got the paperwork. Okay, Jules, so...
Pretty much, if you've been following the situation, Battle Truth, new paperwork came out. I guess discovery or his paperwork from the trials, the prior, not the trial, but the prior times that they went to court. Paperwork then came out. Battle Truth pretty much breaking the paperwork down. We get to read it ourselves, see what we think. That's all I mean. We saw one side of Kiara's story in the first blog. Let's see what else he got.
There's your side, then there's their side, and it's the truth. We're going to let the people decide. So, again, my co-hosts haven't seen any of these documents. I have. I was going over them late last night when my man Sales gave them to me. Shouts out to Sales again. Along with my man Black Sheep Media, man. I like when Jews don't know about something. Because in my head, I'd be like, wait. With no further ado, Jews.
Yes, sir.
This right here is, can you see that clip?
Yeah, you talking about Mr. McClendon?
Yeah, Jude, he's my co-host. He gonna work. I gotta work. Yeah, so this is Unbiased Lawyer. Let's keep in mind for those who may not be following this, he have 2 lawyers. He spent a lot of money. He's spending a lot of money on this case. Okay? It don't look too good for him. He's out on bond right now. We're gonna talk about that too. Wait till y'all hear the money that's on his bond. But he's still charged with these cases. He on bond. What Jules is about to read to you is the documentations of Mr. Gunby's lawyer arguing his case, and he goes into Chris's story on what this stuff is about to some degree. Because remember what Chris told the battle rap community in dealing with the Kiara situation, that she was the girl he went to look for on Backpage to do a party for him. We're going to get off into that when we read some of this stuff. Matter of fact, we're going to get off into that a lot when Jules reading this, because this is going to say a lot. Then he didn't know who Karen Hill was at all. Neither did he know who Shannon Smith was at all. He do admit to having sex with Kiara and Kiara only. Ooh, that just came to my head. But he don't admit to having sex with Shannon. Now you get what I'm saying, Jules? So he only knew Kiara.
Yeah, he paid money on this lawyer.
Because he couldn't get around busting inside of her.
Right, which is why the story came. They had sex before at the stripper party or whatever. Okay.
So he couldn't deny that. But in his ignorance.
It says, so Your Honor heard from two witnesses. It's clear that they said he's not a risk of committing another felonies. He's not a risk of committing other felonies. As I indicated, he's never been charged with any other felonies before. I don't believe he's a risk to obstruct justice or influence witnesses in this case. You heard from the testimony on that fact too. Definitely missed that part. But obviously somebody testified saying that he's not going to try to influence witnesses in the case of justice. And it's important to know that AYALA, Ayala was that the Ayala factors. They looked at the person. They don't just look at the allegations, because if they did, then anybody charged with a serious violent felony would not get a bond. Okay, I guess that's Ayala must be some type of legal term for people who look at cases more closely. I'm not sure what that term is. Y'all let me know if y'all know what that term is. AYALA. Ayala factors. They look at the person. They don't just look at the allegations, because if they did, then anybody charged with a serious violent felony would not get a bond. But we look at the person of Mr. Gumsey. Chris, his past is not one of violence. His past is not one of ignoring a court order. Well, he pretty much said he ain't really got that many violent things in his prior history. So pretty much this was the argument for his bond. Let me see how they break it down.
It's in stupidity what we just showed y'all in Cadet 6, what we just showed y'all in 5, was that he was found by DNA linking him to Shannon Smith. So Shannon Smith DNA that he left on her face.
Wow. Flash said, my man did 13 years because a girl lied about stuff. In trial, she told the DA she lied, and the DA said it's too late for that. And the DA went on, put him in jail. That's tough. It's the previous offenses and repetition things. Okay. So the Alala factors are your prior cases. That's crazy. I don't know that. I've been to jail so many times, got so much cases. I don't know that. Look for me, but I don't know. Not to the justice system. I let my lawyer handle everything. But that's good to know right there.
Linked him to that rape also. So he said he didn't know Shannon, even though his DNA is on her face. He admit to having sex with Kiara because he buffed inside of her.
See, I missed something, y'all. What is going on?
Also. So he said he didn't know Shannon, even though his DNA is on her face. He admit to having sex with Kiara.
Yeah, definitely missed the part. Can't start here. Gotta go to at least 5, y'all. Okay, here goes Shannon right here, part 5. All right, let me see. Check this one. Let me check this one out.
What? Any other documentations I'm about to reveal to him. This is
my fault. I gotta hear about this Shannon. I didn't know about that. I skipped all the way to 6 because my peoples told me to, because they said they watched everything. It's not too much extra stuff into 6, but obviously I missed Shannon's detailed story, so I got to hear what.
It'll be his first time seeing it, and we don't want to do the pre-rehearsing because real is real. You don't have to rehearse real. Real is real. You don't have to case. He fit some type of description. Do that sound familiar? About that they threw on him because he fit some type of description. In this rape, y'all are about to see the documentations of.
Okay, so Shannon's the girl that was the case that he said got thrown on him because of description, right? So they pinned on a couple of cold cases on him. I think he got locked up. So that's the Shannon girl, right?
In this rape is going to show you, this is why he was charged with this rape. So with no further ado, I'm going to click this screen on so my co-host Jules can do what he.
Just
what if I do it like this?
Zoom in. There you go. That's beautiful. Just like that. All right.
So okay, so let me say this. Let me say this, Jules, so you can understand what's happening on where I'm starting you out at. Because remember, Jules ain't saying none of this, y'all. I read this. Jules ain't saying none of this. Okay, so Jules, what you're looking at is that they're saying, remember, well, Jules didn't do the first one. I did the first one. Jules didn't do the first one. Well, the first one I did in part 1, I gave you the graphic detail breakdown of Kiera's rape. And according
Whoa. After the July hearing, the GBI came back with our first cases. GBI resorts, his DNA was put into the cottage system, and since Judge Ross heard the case initially, that is when a cottage hit has come back to this defendant from the 2015 case, the victim in the case, and for it's what there are current warrants pending now, and I agree that it's been over 90 days, so he's entitled to bond on that case. Whose paperwork is this? There was a brief pause in the proceeding. The court, sorry, Miss Romanowski, go ahead. Miss Romanowski, yes, Your Honor. Initially, on August 1st, 2015, the victim of that case indicated that she agreed to get a ride to get some gas for her vehicle from an unknown male. She described him just as the same as that, but the paperwork ran out. What? His DNA came back in the system. What?
to the documentations and Kiera's rape, he went inside her raw. He busted inside her. She was taken to the hospital. A DNA kit was done. Okay? And this is what they saying right here, where you're about to pick up from on Kiera's DNA test. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
From the top. After this July hearing, the GBI came back with our first class GBI results. His DNA was put into the CODIS system, and since Judge Ross heard the case initially, that is when a CODIS hit has come back to this defendant from the 2015 case. The victim in that case, and for its what there are current warrants pending now, and I agree that it's been over 90 days since he is entitled to bond on that case. There was a brief pause in the proceedings. The court, sorry, Ms. Romanowski, go ahead. Ms. Romanowski, yes, Your Honor. And essentially, on August 1st of 2015, the victim in that case indicated that she agreed to get a ride to get some gas for her vehicle from an unknown male.
Hold on, one, Jules. Just so people know, let us remind y'all. Miss Romanowski is the state's attorney who's defending Shannon, Kiera, and Karen. So
the prosecutor is the prosecutor.
She's the prosecutor. So she's giving you the report that was taken when these girls was raped. So that's who Miss Romanowski is. She's the prosecutor. She's the DA for the state. Okay? So go ahead, Jules.
Okay. On August 1st of 2015, the victim in that case indicated that
it's the lady that he said didn't like him. Right. Unbias said one of the DAs didn't like him, but they switched to DAs, didn't they? Like, this not defense no more. So this is the first one right here.
He agreed to get a ride to get some gas for her vehicle from an unknown male. She described him just as the same exact description as the other victims indicate. He was driving an SUV. The suspect in the case passed several different gas stations and did not stop. She advised him several times to let her out, and that is when this suspect drove into 5040 Snapfinger Woods Drive, which is a family practice group on that road. In the parking lot, he forced oral sex and intercourse with this victim. Although he did not have any weapons, the victim indicated that he said that if you make a motherfucking move, I'll kill you.
I'm still stuck on Unbias paying with fake money and getting arrested at the parking lot of his mother's job. That's where he got arrested. That's tough. I thought he said he got arrested at his crib. That's tough.
Because she was in fear, she complied. The defendant did use a condom, then forced sex. He then ejected.
And did you? Yeah, that's a fed charge. Did you go to jail? Obviously, you didn't go to jail for it. You better be careful out there with them counterfeit money, boy. Man, okay, that's a fed charge, buddy.
He laid it on her face and then fled the scene. She immediately ran to the nearest location where there were people, contacted law enforcement. She had no idea who this person was, and so the case was an open pending case. But for the DNA that was found on her face from what she said matches this defendant. So it's not just as so.
What the heck is just what? See, that's what I'm saying. Paperwork. So if this is true, why again he's not in jail? So it can't be. This is just her side. But how's the DNA? How's his DNA? It's not even a side for that. It's not a side for that. Huh?
That's not just her side as far as when it comes to like she can't match up the DNA on her face with a suspect. She don't got no database of DNA. They obviously already had his DNA on hand from prior arrests. You know what I'm saying? And it popped up again whenever they tested the DNA that was on this young lady's face. So although the story might be hers of what happened, you know what I'm saying? You know, the DNA, that part, like he's reading paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out though, Milwaukee. If his DNA match on the Shannon girl's face, that's automatically mean he was. But that don't automatically mean she was raped though.
No. It definitely doesn't automatically mean it, right? You know what I'm saying? But I will say, at the very least, it's quite a coincidence that, you know, it's all these separate cases of women accusing him of the same thing. Not saying that he did it or didn't. I'm just saying that that's quite the coincidence.
It's crazy. He said he didn't even know Shannon. This is a random case getting thrown on you. How's that random in that's your DNA? That's not random. You was there.
I was about to say, how you don't know somebody but your DNA is on her face? You see what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Didn't he say he don't know Shannon?
And let's be honest, you don't have to know someone to have sex with them in these days.
So that's what he mean by he don't know her. Right. He thought he didn't know.
It's not just as you said, the pessimist, where there's two supposed prostitutes that are saying that they were raped. There is a third victim that defense hasn't talked to you about. And what I think is especially indicative and indicative of what's going on is Judge Ross. When he heard this case, he didn't even know about the 2015 case.
Yep, it is. I mean, he get most of the words right. He get most of the words right. This is this is well, I know all the word. I can't even give it. Well, he said codis. I said codis, but it was codis, so I said a word wrong my dang self. I never seen that word before. CODIS. Never used that in a sentence. But I try to sound it out real quick.
When he deemed that the defendant is a significant danger to the people in the community of committing felonies while on bond. The defendant is entitled to bond on the new arrest warrants that has not been indicted, but he is not entitled to a bond on the case that he is already indicted on. Whoa.
So this pretty much is bond here. This is the paperwork from this bond here. Trying to get bond, and that's the defense trying to make sure he don't get bond. There was no way. Yeah, there's no way he was going to get bond with that lady right there. He was definitely right. She paying you to be a monster, or she's saying like whatever, you know. But the way she's definitely trying to make sure you don't get. Honestly, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like she's not really giving any background about his character or anything. It sounds like this is just an account of what the victim experienced. Right. It sounds like their side of the story, but I guess that's the state. State is the defendant side, right? They're on the side of the defendant for the most part. And I mean, I guess she got to play that, but that's just the DA. Don't she got lawyers too? Maybe she don't got that. She ain't got her own lawyer.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
You scroll back up. Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go back right now. So what happened was, according to these documents, when Kiera was raped and he buffed inside her, they took his DNA and ran it through, and a match came. But when Shannon was raped in 2015, she had no idea who the assailant was that raped her. But he left his DNA on her because he jacked off on her face.
He ejaculated on her face.
Yeah, he ejaculated on her face. So when he ejaculated on her face and she went to the hospital, they kept those samples. But since his DNA was not in the system, well, he was not in the system at that time under DNA.
And his DNA was not in the system. Yeah, being that his DNA was not in the system, didn't come back a match. It just came back cold.
Right. It just came back cold because it wasn't in the system as far as like.
Wow. So they threw a cold. Yeah, they threw the cold case on him because the DNA matched in the system, not because. But he said it was description. I guess it's both. Unbiased. Unbiased was like they threw cold cases on me because I matched some description or something. So they just start pinning. Yeah, I mean I see right now. Yeah, he didn't say that though. Wordplay. You know what I'm saying? Since it's battle rap records, he using wordplay to try to throw motherfuckers off in case or whenever the shit hit the fan, he's gonna be able to say, well, I didn't mean description. I meant, something that described me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be weird like that. Wow. But it's really it's no excuse, bro. Like he hasn't been honest about much of anything. The few things he was honest about was things that he doesn't. He couldn't lie about. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea why he would say something like that unless he was speaking
unless he was speaking about an additional case, because you know it's three of them. So they were just speaking about those two. Maybe he was talking about the third case, or you know, another case that hasn't popped out in the public yet.
Nah, he definitely was talking about. He said Shannon. This the one he showed the paperwork. Remember, to show that the girl won 13 or underage. He showed Shannon's age, that she's overage. And this is the case that was from 2015. He showed that paperwork, but glimpse, he had the stuff marked out, remember? So this is the girl he's saying he didn't even know. It's some case that they just threw on him. How you don't know her and it's a match unless the DA just straight up lying. And that's why the DA got dismissed off the case? She doing too much? Why the DA not on the case no more? If that's even the truth. Man, I don't know.
At that time, this 2015. So he wasn't in the system under his DNA. So when she was raped allegedly by him, and he allegedly jacked off on her face when he was about to come.
He didn't know. He did come on her face.
Yeah, he did.
That's how he got it. He came on her face. That's where they got his DNA from, which is why he was in that thing on the 2015 thing. So anytime his DNA
hold on. But this is what I'm getting at. Remember, they said right there that his DNA, even though they had it, he wasn't in the system, so they didn't know who it belonged to.
That's what I'm saying. Being that he hadn't been, if he had been in jail or to the penitentiary prior to that, then his DNA would have been on file. But being he had trouble before to the fact that where he had to give his DNA up, it wasn't on file, so it came back cold. It didn't turn up until he got caught with another charge.
Say what, bro? What you say, fam? Oh, I thought you said my fault.
With another female, which would have been the Kiera thing. When her test came back, it matched to somebody else with another cold case, which would have been this chick.
Facts.
With the Shannon.
Facts. So that's what happened with the Kiera. So when Kiera was raped, and they did the DNA kit on Kiera, and through the investigation of Kiera.
Nah, you got to be some kind of idiot to know you out there raping women, jacking off on their face, and then turn around and then rape another woman raw. You got to be it.
That's what I was talking about earlier when I brought up the whole Tech 9 situation. Niggas can't stop.
I'm saying, but you can freaking be smart about it, Milwaukee. I'm just saying you gotta be an idiot though, Milwaukee. He used a rubber. I thought he said he busted in on Kiara. That's how they got her DNA, or no? I don't know. I don't even know this is the first time I heard from the ladies. The first live, that's Kiara, and then this is Shannon. She's speaking on Shannon's behalf, but she's talking about all three women, but she ain't went into details like this one right here. Or no, he used a rubber on Shannon. No. This Shannon girl right here, her story says he used the rubber in 2015, but then he took the rubber off and then went crazy on her. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. I mean, you can't even judge a book by its cover. You just can't do it. Like, what? That's crazy, bro. Nah, man. That's what I'm saying, Cosmo. That's what I'm saying, Cosmic. What's going on? We ain't doing that. Ah, man. What? High match. What does that mean, match? Hold on, where is this girl? What does that mean, match? Show me the match, not us. I gotta go by the paperwork. The lady said, the DA said, it came back a match from 2015. I think I can read. What does that mean? But now he got to prove that that's a rape. But you say you didn't know her, man.
Era, they was able to now have a name attached to that DNA, which then they said, hold on, this the same.
Y'all say
DNA
he responded. He responded to this. I want to see the response now. He responded to this. No. What'd he say? Can I go see the response, y'all? I'm in shock. What? Case closed. I'm not even a lawyer or a judge. No. You still got to prove. No, wait. No, both the girls saying they got raped. It's over. It's over. Nah, it's over. How the heck you get around? I know they about to go crazy.
What? Match this rape victim in 2015. Now we got a name to who he is. You see,
now we got and now we have a suspect in this 2015 rape.
So he wasn't charged with a cold case because he fit the description. He was charged with the rape because the DNA matched.
The DNA came back as a match.
Right. You can't beat.
Why the heck would you say a description? The paperwork's gonna come out. That's the second time you did that. That's what I'm saying. This is just her side though, right? Wait, what? If I'm the judge and I hear that, I'm like, what do you mean? How is he out? My fault, y'all, man. My fault. What? Sure. What up, boy? Sharp, you saw this part. Why would you tell me to skip over this part? So now what? So yeah, what the lawyer says. Yeah, I gotta go to the lawyer. Or him. What? Help me out, Sharp. You seen everything, right? Did you hear this? Did you watch this one? That's tough. The 2015 girl got the Chris stuff on her. What? Why would you say you don't know a girl? That. Oh, he just been doing the same finesse move for a minute, right? Right. Put that in your right. Milwaukee said, yeah, Milwaukee's funny. Milwaukee said he's out because of COVID. What does that mean? I'm talking about why the gavel ain't been banged on him. He been in jail for 2-3 years.
That's basically what I was saying about the whole COVID thing, bro. Like the courts are backed up the same way that fucking Proof was describing earlier. Like that's a fact. The courts in Atlanta are extremely backed up. Like extremely. And the fact that money's up, man. Your money long enough, you can definitely big 20s, they ain't doing that. Definitely got the same money. That's crazy. Hey, and that was crazy that he even say that and incriminate himself like that's not a Fed case. Even if that was the case and that was a real thing, never. I would have came up with a whole.
I know I'm not gonna say nothing about fake money. That's just stupid.
I'm not incriminating myself.
Nah, I mean I incriminate myself with a lesser charge. The less charge I can. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to incriminate yourself to take a plea deal, bro.
I mean, plea deals is pretty much incriminating yourself. You're agreeing to a lesser charge. So let's say I did that.
You don't have to make a statement, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay. Just take the plea deal.
But I'm saying that plea deal is still that's the same thing as incriminating yourself. You're just not copping out to whatever the heck you actually done, or what they're accusing you of doing. You just copping out to something that's lesser, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Who goes from a fucking state case to a Fed case? What kind of plea deal is that?
Right. You get yourself in more trouble. Nah, we ain't doing that. But that's the state, though. That's the state. They don't care about that fake money. I told you, as soon as he drop back down, the Fed's gonna pick it up. That's a fake. That's Fed stuff. The state don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? That's two different whole systems right there. Yeah, I feel you. No, we definitely not about to pick a Fed case up to drop a state case. Nah, we ain't doing it. That's tough. That's tough. You say you don't know that girl. Why would you lie? That's crazy. That's the craziest part. If you're gonna respond, at least tell us why you say you don't know her. You forgot you knew her. You know her, bro. You had to. Yeah, that's just true. He's out without taking a plea, but he says still going on.
The conversation earlier, like if somebody steal your car, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might have to, you know what I'm saying, bite the bullet on that one and do something they don't want to do.
Yeah, we definitely waiting for something else. Of course, battle rap is like, only reason we talking about this is because it's freaking battle rap blog. It's battle rap talk. And it's serious. Like rape, really. We definitely don't talk about rape. Anybody that got any type of morals, like I don't even talk about stuff like this, but I have to. I feel like me just thinking about it the whole time. I got morals. I got sisters. I got 7 sisters, bro. Like for real. What? It makes me so mad. You even think like when they breaking down this stuff right there, just getting me heated. Yeah, you have to.
It's women in our family, bro. And as black men, we gotta, at least speak out on this shit if we ain't gonna bust a nigga head wide open.
Yeah, y'all ain't gotta worry about us doing 10 parts and nothing like that. That's the truth. we gonna do it once or twice, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go right back to battle rap. Y'all subscribe anyway. We ain't on that type of time unless it's something like this. Of course we gotta talk. We got to. What we look like ignoring a nigga that's raping over there? Like what? Or allegedly raping? Like we not doing that. We ain't doing that. Actually, they tell me I'm the guy that they go tell if somebody doing something crazy. If you don't want to call police, that's me. So I don't even ask too much questions. You can just point the finger. We there. So what do you mean? Now on the internet, I just gonna turn my face. I actually was rocking with him. So we gotta make sure he gets off smooth. Cause he said he's not all the way off. If he gets off smooth, then hey, what you wanted me to do? Yeah, that's what we said. That's what we said, Milwaukee. Let us see the paperwork. This is the paperwork. Mm. Nah, he wouldn't do it. This dude who's doing the blog right now, my fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. This dude who's doing the blog now, Battle Truth, tried to offer him $3,000 for this right here. What you're looking at? He wouldn't give it to us. He actually was acting like he would give it. Now he wouldn't just put it out and let everyone see it. He told Truth like, nah, meet me halfway and I'll show you something like that. Truth like, nah, what are you talking about? I talked to Truth and I told him, yeah, I would have took it. Like, if you really want to see it, you act like you can't go see it. Even though it's a lot of paperwork. I kind of feel what Truth's saying. But you act like you can't just turn a camera on whatever y'all need, or you know what I'm saying, and do whatever you got to do, or remember it, or let's be honest, bro. It's fucking public information. Yeah, but we couldn't get what we couldn't get it earlier. Well, not where I wasn't trying to get it. I'm just saying they was trying to get it earlier. Nah, Milwaukee, but I'm trying to tell you, like, it wasn't out. Yeah, that's a fact. To pay, yeah, heck yeah, you gotta pay for your own joint sometimes. Yeah, especially your lawyer gonna ask for that. If you really in some stuff, of course, we gotta see that. But that's what the crazy part about it, nigga. You got your discovery and you out here making these videos like you don't know that this information is out here. Because even if some nosy nigga ain't come, you know what I'm saying, digging your shit up, the victims could put this shit out because they got all the information in the case. So it's like, what you lying for? Like, it ain't nothing that could dispute your lies. That's the craziest part right there. Why the heck are you lying for? I mean, we know what, but we said that in the last video, fellas. Man, that's tough. That's super tough. I'm saying, now, what's the story? Now, what's your story? I want to see the response, but there's no way that he responded to that right there, or somebody would have told me already. That's just how it goes. There's no way he responded to that. What do you mean? But that's not rape, Sharp. That's not rape. Yeah, to you, but to me, it's not. That's still to you, Sharp. So what is it called? So what's it called when? So what is it? So what is it called, Sharp, when you get the nigga the John set up, or you take the nigga money, don't give him nothing. Intimidate. Like, what is that called? That's rape too. Oh, robbery. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. But ain't nothing wrong with robbery. In the streets, who give the heck cares? We go. I was trying to get you to say is finesse what he's doing. He robbing them too. But both of them crimes, and they both finesse moves. The police, really? The police, Milwaukee, calling it rape? I mean, yeah, that's right. That's the spiritual side. That's God and all that. And then the street side, the homies and all that. Or you could just get yourself hurt playing like that with these our ladies out here. But then the the law saying that it's rape, and then a tag on you here, rape. What? Nah, we ain't doing that. This is the streets.
A nigga being called a rapist on paper if he out here finessing like that. I don't mind it. That's just me.
Y'all hear them? That's what it seemed like. That's what it's seeming like. Back page. Thank you. Because rape is tough. That's for sure. Well, nah, that's not his story too. I was about to say that's his story. Or he says consensual sex. She said yes. No money was involved, and then even though she came to strip and I was going to pay her, she's a stripper from Backpage. I was going to pay her for that, but I got the sex for free. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's true. But he stopped. What if they jumped? He did stop, and then they jumped out the car and stuff. That's their story. More than, right. That's like 4. I mean, I didn't even know they do. Yeah. They don't usually. That's what I'm saying. It make more sense now that because I was like, they just pin rape charges on you like they robberies. He acting like it's robberies. You know how you get hit with B&E or something, and then whatever B&E's in that area, they try to pin it on you. Or you get hit with the robbery, they try to pin all that robbery. He trying to say rape like that. Like what? You're like, nah, man, rape can't be like that. So that was already confusing me. Like, how by your description, what did you even talk like other rapes? Then now this make more sense. Like, okay, my boy, your DNA was on her. That's why they pinned her on you. Duh. She said she got raped. Like, what are you talking about? Why didn't you tell us that? And the paperwork is right here. That's so crazy. That's crazy. Let's be honest. Like, you gotta be a dummy. Like, would you, Milwaukee? If you come out, would you tell the truth? No. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I remember the safety for the Saints. The nigga, I think his name was Sharper or Johnson. I don't remember the nigga name for sure, but he was young, rich. He was out here raping this shit out of motherfuckers because his mind, he just did this shit. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting locked up. He's still locked up doing plenty of years, but he didn't have to. Women to have sex with him for free or for money, which he had an abundance of, but he just wanted to do this shit because that's the kind of nigga. Gee, look at this nigga Chris Unbias, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't see that. I don't see that. Then do I see a weird dude? Yes. But what you just described right there, how you get on camera and be so normal, my boy? Like, nah, I heard about stuff like that in movies. I heard about stuff like that in movies. Like, these dudes got whole split personalities. But in my real life, like, nah, I can spot some stuff.
Masculine like that. A lot of women don't go for feminine men. You know what I'm saying? So if he's being rejected for so long in his life, he like, fuck it, I'm gonna start taking it then.
But he a light skinned nigga.
That don't mean anything.
Yes, it does. What you mean? You are like the shorties. Some shorties don't just go for that off the rip for nothing. Come on.
I understand that, but they're not the ones he wants.
Well, these girls right here in their own stories, not even like they like we don't even know this nigga. So this is just random joints. How he don't want them neither. He just doing it.
That's kind of my point. Like that leads more towards what I'm saying than what y'all saying. This nigga's just out here picking anybody. Like fucking it's time.
Man, that is crazy.
I believe that I believe 2 of the 3 might be prostitutes. I gotta believe this.
Know a dude like that, cold-blooded killer. But he just seemed like a regular nigga. Nah, I don't believe you, bro. Because I know him too. And I can see it in them, bro. Sometimes you see it in a nigga that ain't even did it before. That's me. I can see it in them. That's what I'm talking about killers, bro. He said he know a killer that's just a regular old nigga. Like, really? The heck no. You can see that in them nigga. Like, he might try to be acting regular. Like, nah. I'm just saying, if you know the nigga, you can tell that nigga ain't he gonna go. Yeah, I'm not talking about his just actual face and how he looks. I'm talking about if I'm around the nigga and getting the vibe and talk, especially if I start conversating and talking to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can read a nigga like, nah, he gonna go. Well, I think I can anyway, and not think I can. Like, I've been right in certain circumstances, but then certain times I don't get a chance to see if I'm right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by I think I can. So I don't know if I'm 100% right, but I know for sure I've been right. You know what I'm saying? I can tell. That's just creepy type stuff, but that don't mean does that mean rapist?
I'm saying it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum of creepy, and he's on the wrong end of the spectrum, G. I don't know what type of GFE shit he was on though, when he busting in the bitches and they allowing him to bust on the stage. That's next level.
That's true, W. That's true. They definitely got attitude problems.
Let me ask you a question, Shaw. You think a hooker is gonna run to the hospital with cum still on her face over a couple dollars? Come on, bro. This shit don't make no sense.
A renegade. And that was tough how he did it though. I mean, how you gonna prove? If you go to police, how you gonna prove? You got to keep some type of evidence, right? Yeah. We don't know how they got it off her face. We don't know if she came with the. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. Y'all crazy. I'm not laughing because it's serious, y'all. I'm not laughing. I try to make light of everything, yo. But so we not laughing when we laugh about because it's a serious thing for sure. Nah, I was just laughing because y'all talking about she went to the police with the stuff on her face. Like, nah, man. Like, I'm not saying that. They not even saying that in the paperwork. We just know it happened because she said he did that to her. We just know that's where they could get the DNA not is still on her face. Like, even if she wiped her face off, it's still gonna be there. Come on, y'all. Yeah, she gotta wash it crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, she's just gonna know it can. Telling me the renegade for the waste the rest of her night and not make no more money off of that little one trick. She got caught or she got left somewhere or depending on what happened. That's why I say if he did her dirty, like he be doing, yeah. That wasn't the situation. This wasn't no I needed a ride rule. When it comes to the first chick in 2015, the one with the face action and all of that, that situation was like, whoa, immediately as soon as it happened, I'm running down the street. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of No, he needed a ride. It's the same thing. She needed a ride. She needed a ride. That's tough, right, Sean? Like I hate we getting so explicit like that, but that's real as I don't know what. And I kind of thought about that, but I was just confused how the lady's saying that this is a fact. Like, huh? How's this a fact? But that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's further to that super weird spectrum than just a regular trick. If you was a regular trick, don't get me wrong, it's embarrassing, but you would rather just come out and say that you a trick than go to those lengths to lie. No, not her. Not her necessarily. I can see why she covering up. But him? No, I can see why she covering up because she the one who's going to police. You don't want to just say I'm a trick. Nah. I gotta take a shot on this one, y'all. I gotta take a shot on this one, y'all. It's getting crazy. I don't understand why he don't respond to that. Like, nah, like, how do you even? What do you say? What do you say about? How do you? What do you mean you don't know her? Yeah, I mean Milwaukee. Unless you use Milwaukee's. Milwaukee just gave him an out. One in Milwaukee. Which one of y'all said? All she gotta say. You said. What'd you say, Milwaukee? Then you give him an out already. Somebody gave him an out. I'm trying to think what the heck you gonna say. No. You said something though. Dang. No. I'm just saying. Like, how do you get around to the girl's nut on her face in 2015? You say you don't know her. Oh no. You was like, you don't gotta know her to have sex with her. Yeah. What did you? You said that? And Sharp just co-signed. So yeah. So that's why he said he don't know her. Because I don't know her. She was just a joint. Just a random.
He know her and all of that, but this is the whole thing as far as
I was trying to think of a way. How do you say you don't know her? You got your stuff on her face.
You don't really know her. You just met her.
Right.
My whole thing is, you know what I'm saying, with the whole head situation, right? We not these types of niggas who use intimidation to get sex and shit.
I should do it right now.
It's a lot of women who didn't have sex because they were afraid that something was going to happen.
Where we at, right? We gonna come back to this right here. Y'all right. 11:08. Hold up, put my pen. I'm gonna come back to this. It's too much. How the heck you don't respond to this?
We don't know what that feel like. So we can't even really conceive or empathize or sympathize properly. It's just
you dang right. You right about that. But I've heard stories. Though it's not like we're not in the hood. We heard random stories from here and there. Like I said, I had to be the bodyguard or go out there and handle some business before. I got a lot of sisters. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
It's a lot of super aggressive niggas that feel a way when they get rejected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie about that.
It's a lot of super aggressive women that, like, at best, you might could rape them. You gonna have to choke them and shit. Like, but you're not about to be able to bust on their face. I don't see that. Listen. Not all women are like that, bro. Especially if they afraid for their life. You got the far few between that's not going at all. You finna have to fucking take them out.
Oh yeah. Some ain't going. Some ain't going at all. But you're right. The majority of them, you can do whatever the heck you want to them, sure, can't you? Yeah. You got at least 30. He said.
That was kind of my point as far as with the whole aggressive thing, because as a man, you don't have to have a weapon to bring extreme harm to a woman.
Yep.
Pretty much, never saying all women anything, so let's just get that out the way. Alright, so I'm just basically saying I know my sister ain't going for that. My sister just tells you to the best.
Yeah, that's few in between though, Sharp. You gotta agree that most girls ain't like that. And these are the same girls that actually jumped out the car. Both of them jumped out the car. Right. So them the joints that definitely not about to go for it. They don't even give a crap if they die. Right. Facts. Yeah, that's my point. That was my point.
Let's just we can't put ourselves in their shoes really, because who's to say at what point a motherfucker say, no, I am gonna try to get away. No, I don't want to die. I am gonna, because like you say, it's some women who will do it right away. There's some who won't do it at all. Who just, they break down. That's a traumatic event, dog. That's a traumatic event. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker is taking something from you and you don't want them to have it, and you going along with it because you feel like it's the best thing for right now, and I don't know, I kind of see it like how niggas went through slavery and we did that shit. It was a whole bunch of niggas who fought back and died. It was a whole bunch of women who fought back and died. But it was a lot of motherfuckers who everybody now say, if it was me, I would have did this. If it was me, I would have did that.
Right.
There's a lot of motherfuckers who put out here just we gotta understand that these men are baby mothers, and this is just an understanding of women, right? So you can understand that a woman will keep you away from your kids due to some bullshit, right? And if this is your kid, this is a whole nother life. Just imagine what that same female would do if she didn't have kids. But then when used against you to get you locked up. So those women exist as well. So who's to say that these are not those few women that do that type of shit that's trying to take you down by all costs, no matter what? So you know the difference in the situation, bro? Talk to me. You have a relationship and a history with your BM versus hold on, you have a whole true relationship with your regular.
That's true though, Sharp. That's true. He said he don't know him, no, Sharp. He don't even know him. Like they would know more information about each other if that was the scenario, though, Sharp. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
That is fucked up, right? But the first one that called the police, well, I guess you did. They called the police, they just couldn't find you because you did nothing in the system, right?
Right.
But, so let me ask you this. In your lifetime, did two women call the police on you?
Heck yeah.
I've never had the police called on me by a woman.
I have. Hold up, she didn't call the police.
See, you know, I don't hear women, bro.
Hold up.
You don't say women. I said domestic violence.
Let me think. I know that one time I thought Shorty called police on me, but the neighbor actually called police.
Let me tell you like this, y'all. When I was a little nigga, very little, my mother told me something very specific. She said, if you ever get in a situation when you feel like you want to hit a woman and you leave, you never come back. I've dealt with one woman in my life ever who called me out my name. I've only been disrespected by one woman my entire life.
That's tough.
And I walked out and I never seen her again.
That's crazy. Let's go into let's try to put yourself in normal people's shoes real quick, there, Milwaukee. That's crazy, Milwaukee. Disrespected. What? Too many shorties try to disrespect the nigga.
Listen to me for a second. I promise you, at 33 years old, I've dealt with a large number of women, bro. Very large. So the experience ain't the problem. You must be talking about BMWs or something, man.
Y'all crazy. What? The BBWs be having attitude problems, boy. They hit you before the judge is finished. I know. What? Come on, Sharp. Really? Nah, the big joints is aggressive, Sharp. Heck yeah, ain't that right, Morgan? Yeah, but we talking about fighting though. That actually hit you and fight you. Like the little prissy joint might hit you, but it's like a smack, Sharp. They don't even hit you the same. Like them little joints might smack you, but I'm talking about the joints might square up with you. Them big joints might actually square up with you. Right now, I ain't about to fight you, Sharp. You crazy? We not. I mean, yeah, my joint, my wife not disrespectful to me. I'm not saying that. So we pick the ones eventually. You say never, Milwaukee. We all on the topic.
How she responds to her children and shit like that. You can always pick up on little shit. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen anybody go through this situation that we referring to? As far as niggas said a chameleon, I don't know what that means.
Why you mad, dude?
these women don't exist. So let's like we gotta go there. I realize that it's good and bad people everywhere. Good and bad women. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad men. All I'm saying is that the actual story that we dealing with, not all these fictitious, you know what I'm saying, or hypothetical women, the actual story that we dealing with, you know, usually that type of situation, you know, you have to have some type of intimate relationship with a person. I've never seen or heard of, or even dealing with none of my niggas in their situations. A nigga tell me like, yeah, G, I just seen this chick and she just called the police on me for no reason. Like that. No, it might be a reason. And I might have gave you a reason, but you gave me a reason to give you a reason, right?
Yeah, it'd be a reason for sure. But is it a good enough reason to call the police?
So what reason did these ladies in this case, let's say we're going with your scenario.
Listen, look, Milwaukee, I don't even remember what her reasoning was because she told me, right? She ended up coming to me and telling me what happened. So I'm like, that's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna talk to the nigga. So I went and tried to talk to the nigga. He tells me she already called the police, already came to his door, and he going through something like, I didn't even bother to ask. I'm just shocked. Like, why would you want me? You already handled it yourself. Say it again. I mean, no, they met each other at a party.
And she called the police on him the same day.
I mean, the next day.
What did she say?
I don't remember.
Oh, we can't do that.
No, that's my word. I don't remember. That's my word. I don't remember. I remember. I mean, that they both was my friends though, Milwaukee. It actually happened. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Why would I just make that up? Because I don't remember the reason. I was just so shocked. Like, what? Why would she have me come to the? I was gonna go talk and try to get your bread back. Now you already handled it.
Hold on, listen. See, no, that kind of goes more towards what I was saying earlier, though. If this nigga's a hood Uber, this is why I'm getting in the car with him. I'm paying this nigga to take me. I don't have a car.
So let me ask you this. So you said Chris looks normal. If your Uber driver pulled up and it was Chris, you still look man. You look like man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Does he look weird to you as a man?
Absolutely.
So cool, there you go. So that's a red flag. Right? What do you mean? So we just getting in the car with niggas that look like rapists? No, we're not doing that.
Absolutely not. We're not. But I can't assume that another person has the judgment that I have.
I mean, I don't give a crap what the nigga look like if it's an Uber driver. I don't know what y'all even mean by that. You ain't gonna get in the car? Nigga, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm strapped. I don't give a crap how he looked, what he did. Nigga, give me my ride. But when we men, of course, we gonna feel like that. We talking about women here.
FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we gonna make sure that this package gets delivered. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta facing though. None of that going on. Nah, none of that shit. That's a fact.
All right, this the response, fella. Y'all ready for the response? He had a time step.
I want to hear a response. This is gonna be the funniest part. He's gonna keep lying.
Here we go.
And I mean, who are we to say that J2 can't battle on URL? Like, we don't. That first of all, it's not even our league. And you always have the power to not watch what you don't want to watch.
First of all, I don't even know where this even came from. I thought this was the time. Oh no, I ain't got to the 3. Yeah, come on, Milwaukee. Yeah, I'm 8 seconds off. I'm 8 seconds off. I ain't quite there. What do you mean? Hold up. What did you just say?
I mean, who are we to say that J2 can't battle on URL?
Who are we to say J2 can't battle? We're the fans. That's who we are, sir. We're the fans that don't approve of if these allegations are real about you. in our culture. We can say that, right? Why can't we? We can say whatever the heck we want. Who are we to say if we don't agree with certain things, we don't agree with it? What do you mean? We're the fans. The same fans that if we all get together, he won't be here. But we just not. Because more fans is gonna accept him. Yeah, most fans is gonna accept him. Freaking who the heck cares if somebody gay in 2021? Right. Nah, that's totally different. We ain't doing that, Sean.
He's trying to make it okay for himself by saying shit. Why don't y'all just let all the weirdos in? Yeah, that's why it was cool for the other nigga that got exposed for doing the shit. Initially, it was cool with him. They too cool with him. Yeah, he back in all shit they got to do with left hand shit, man. Yeah.
I don't know. This is just the end of it because we're trying to go to the truth response. I don't know. This is a whole hour and something. I had to go in the town. Yeah, he talking about J2 right there. But one of them says, "How is Surf a legend with all those losses?" Yeah. No. The battle truth response is 33. No, yeah. No, it's 33-40. And I'm at 33-26. So I'm about to he just at the end of the J2 talk. Yeah, we just accidentally heard him say that because he said, "Who are we? We're the fans. We're the actual consumers. You do know stuff can't be ran without the actual consumers, right? Right. So stop acting like we nobody when we're actually the people who matter. Fans, stop it. Especially the ones who pay. We the ones who pay. So stop playing."
For real, like we don't. First of all, it's not even our league, and you always have the power to not watch what you don't want to watch. So that's where I look at that. So yeah, I'm cool with J2 being on URL or any league, to be honest with you. Casey Snyder, I got this question.
That's the other part. Dang, we gonna get to it, y'all. That's the other part I don't understand when people say, "If you don't like it, don't watch it." I hate that part. Like I get it, but like if it's in my face, you telling me don't watch battle rap, and I like battle rap. If I don't like this actual battle rapper, then don't watch him. Like that's hard. It's just like saying if you don't like what's going on with your job, just quit. I mean, that's easy to say. Just get another job. Sure, you say that, but that's not telling me how to handle the problem. I'd rather talk up and say something about it and maybe get that dude fired. Like, why would I just have to quit and go to my? I hate that. But you know what I'm saying? But I don't like that. Heck is he talking about?
A lot, probably the last.
You don't have to watch it. No. How about don't put it in our face? How about that? What are you talking about? We like battle rap. We're gonna keep watching it.
What do you think about Battle Truth constantly talking about your case? You realize I don't really talk about Battle Truth anymore in my blog. You know, I had some talks with some people and they was just like, yo, just keep it moving, keep doing you, stay positive, and don't worry about nothing. And a lot of me in the early...
Hold up, somebody background going crazy. Hey, sharp. I hear your background. No, it's your background. Your background playing louder. Pretty good.
Stages, I was kind of using a lot of the bloggers that were negative against me. I was kind of draining a lot of their energy to help grow my own channel. You know, I started this channel, it had 0 subscribers when I put my blog out and Nora's Untold Truth and all that. It had 0, 100 subscribers, 200, it started growing. So me, I was entertaining the back and forth. It was some therapy, and it's like, there were people hitting me up like, yo, I used to rock with Battle Truth, but I don't really rock with him no more after what he was doing to you. So it's like I was kind of draining their energy. So that's why I used to say a lot in blogs, like, you don't even realize you're part of a bigger plan. Like, the more and more you talk about me, the more you grow this channel, but you don't even realize it. So I'm gonna go back and forth with you for a little while until I get to a point. So I got to a point to where it was like, I don't even want to entertain it no more. So That's where I'm at. So that's why I don't really entertain it. So I mean, I answer this question just because it's a fan mail and niggas hit me up about it. But I mean, I really like the days of doing blogs and stuff. I'm really not trying to entertain it. Now, how I feel about it.
Oh my goodness, Chris, really? Like, who do you think we are? You can't say I'm only responding there because what? First of all, you're not going back and forth with him. You came out when he came out with the 4th rape victim, right? Then you jumped out and then try to clear your name up real quick. So you're not. Where's the back and forth when you came out one time? You came out in the blog acting like it's a fan mail and somebody asked me a question about this, so let me answer it. Right. Just like you're saying right now. So when the heck is your back and forth entertaining part? Hold it down. Like, why did you say that? You're just trying to act like you're downplaying it again when it's very important. It should be in a blog by itself, and you tell us what's going on. Respond to what's going on, because people's actually in the middle trying to figure out what's going on. We care about you. We want to know the truth. We don't want to just throw you under the dang bus. Why wouldn't you tell us the dang truth if you can? Yeah, I don't know if you are right now, but I'm talking about in a serious manner. Fan mail, the same way you did the first time. Stop. Y'all understand what I'm saying or not?
Yeah, bro, but you just responded to him giving a political answer, bro.
A political
That's a political answer.
That's a lie.
No, I ain't talking about you know, the whole I'm gonna build up my channel and then now I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm saying the fact where he's saying that he's not going to address it. Because he's basically making it about the blogger instead of the blogger's allegations and the allegations of these ladies. He's making it about Battle Truth hating on him and him building his channel. Like, that's why I said it's a political answer.
Oh, okay. He's still on the battle rap channel.
Yeah, he's making it about like it being a blogger war instead of like addressing, you know, the actual allegations. I haven't heard him say shit about what Battle Truth actually said.
Yeah, we just started. He ain't got into it yet. That's his introduction just bothered me. Like, you're introducing it in fan mail again. That bothers me. Huh?
His introduction is making it seem like he's not going to say anything about the allegations. So
It does, right? Yeah, you're right about that. Like, come on, man. That's probably why it's making me mad too. Like that. Why you acting like it's not that serious again? When I'm sitting here like, what? How do you get around that? What do you mean? I thought you said you didn't know her, and then we go back to you. I'm not going back and entertained him one time, but now why I'm not going back and forth because I entertained him then. That's a lie. You didn't entertain him before, and now what? You mature, or somebody told you to just don't entertain him no more? What do you mean? The reason you came out the first time was a build of your platform. No, he kept coming out with different girls. He was in the middle of the 4th one, I remember. And then you called him. You made sure you contacted because he got his number up there. What do you mean? How's that for back and forth? No, you didn't want him to stop doing what he was doing. That's just obvious. We saw it. So why would you lie? Marky said it's a political answer. Okay. Let's see what you had to say about
it's not anything that's surprising. You know, when I came into battle rap, I already knew that this was gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I was gonna constantly be ridiculed by the people that don't rock with me, that blog. I knew that tenfold. Me and Angry Fans used to talk about it, all kind of stuff. So I got hit about the blue. I got hit about the blue by this dude. Norbs called me on 3-way with this nigga on the phone talking about, yeah, man, we're gonna pull your bond transcripts and we're gonna find out what you really did to these women, yada yada yada, and you might just want to tell us the truth right now. So I said, go ahead and pull.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna keep pausing, y'all. What is he talking about? So you told the Angry Fan, and he's saying bloggers is gonna be talking about your allegations because that's which bloggers? Who are you talking to? What bloggers but Battle Truth is talking about even your thing? Maybe a debt, maybe because whoever's dealing with Battle Truth. So why y'all was talking about Battle Truth? That's it. What do you mean the other bloggers and then like what is you talking about? The other bloggers want to know what actually happened. We don't want to rock with no dang body. We telling him just chill for a second, let the courts do your thing. Like, what are you talking about? Man,
the bond transcripts. So a lot of this is just resurfacing from bond transcripts and motions that were filed and stuff in the case. And as I explained very early on, I said the district attorney was trying to paint me as this menace. And when I got arrested, I was being linked to a lot of different situations. And they did a lot of lying in my case. The district attorney, she got off my case. I don't know why she got off my case because she still works she still works for the district attorney office. She's not on my case no more. And I don't think that that's a coincidence, me personally, but she got off my case and she did a lot of things like,
this is not a response. Then you was right, Milwaukee. This is not a response. This dude said, like I said, like you said, you was lying, bro. This is not a response. He didn't see Battle Troops. He not. Hold up. I mean, I might be jumping ahead of the gun, but listen to what he's saying. Like he said. Like he said. No. Like you said was a lie. We're trying to figure out why you would lie like that when my man telling me your lawyers are saying something totally different, right? And then the girls is this stories. Your actual DNA on her face, huh? You say you didn't know her. You don't think that deserves a response?
The district attorney ain't got shit to do with that.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, right. No, the district attorney is the one who was saying, was painting the picture.
He said the district attorney was doing a whole bunch of lying, and now she's off his case.
Yeah, so at least slip in what she lying about. Like she tried to lie and say it was a match of. Well, maybe he will say that. But I would have threw that in already, like because that's a response to what he's saying, bro. You know we're gonna get confused.
Oh, she's trying to put a gun in my case, and she said she had witnesses. I'm trying to figure out how I have consensual sex with someone one-on-one, but I'm being told that there's witnesses in my case. There ain't no witnesses because it was just me and one person. But they was like, oh, we got witnesses, and then this is all things they're telling the judge. And we got DNA evidence, we got this, we got CODIS hits, we got this and this, all of these things.
So, Chris, I don't understand what you're doing right now, but it's making me so mad. So he's talking like while he's talking like he's going through. That's what he just said, bro. Look.
But they was like, oh, we got sex with someone one-on-one, but I'm being told that
I don't understand how I can have consensual sex with someone one-on-one and I'm told there's witnesses. She's clearly saying that it's the other girls that jumped out of vehicles and seen what happened, and those are the witnesses, right? The neighbor or whatever the other girls are saying. She's talking for them. And you actually know that. You're there. So why are you talking to us like you don't know what's going on? I don't get that. I don't understand what's going on, y'all. Why is he saying that like he's still talking to us like we don't know the case?
Maybe because he's on that creepy end of the spectrum. This don't sound like a John trying to cover up from being a trick.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what the paperwork is saying, right?
This sounds like a serial rapist trying to confuse people with terms that he thinks people don't understand. Like we know what the 101 sex, how was there witnesses? What the fuck are you talking about? If me and Reagan's have a 101 fight and Sharp right there, he's a witness. Right. That same niggas walk around the corner to go fight. I witnessed what happened before you
You still a witness. You might not see the actual. That's what I'm saying. What he mean? What do you mean you got witnesses? You mean in all the charges? Stop acting like it's still just that one charge. So you're acting like how you was actually feeling while they're telling you this stuff. We don't care about that. Why are you even telling us like that? We know you know what the other accusations is pinned on you and why. We just found out why, but you already knew. So talk to us now like that. Why are you? That is confusing me, and it's making me so mad. He didn't see Battle Truth. This is not a response. That's the only out I can give him. This is not a response. Well, I gotta hear the rest, of course. But no, you just saying like him keep. He just started back talking about you when the new paperwork came out. So you are responding, but you're responding weird. Like, come on, bro. Hold up, y'all. Hold it down, Rankins. Like I be here with it, y'all. You might they get me because they hear me talk a lot. But I know some of y'all that might not get what I'm trying to say, yo. Listen to how he's talking to us, bro. That's crazy.
Witnesses in my case, there ain't no witnesses because it was just me and one person. But they was like, "Oh, we got witnesses," and this is all things they're telling the judge. And we got DNA evidence. We got this. We got this. We got CODIS hits. We got this and this. All of these things.
Oh. This is a response because that's the same word I was just trying to pronounce in the paperwork. Right. So you actually did watch Battle Truth's blog. Ooh.
Now he's trying to talk to us like we stupid. He's saying evidence. Like that's the same fucking thing.
Right, the DNA and the COVID hit. Right. We just read that like you. So now you are saying that the DA was lying. That's what you're saying. Why don't you just say that? Right? Say that. Because you just said, oh, I mean, I don't know why she's not the DA on my case no more. You just said that. So, but if she's lying about DNA being matched, depending you on the girl 2015, so if she's lying about that, then that's why she's not the DA on your case no more. She's lying. Because it's not true, right? Chris, really?
Just did not manifest to be true. But in the beginning, it sounded very horrible. And they were saying a lot of things like I'm one of the, likely to commit another felony. I'm one of the most, horrible people walking the face of the earth. Not literally, but something like that. And I knew what really happened. I knew I was innocent. I knew I was being set up. I knew I was being framed. I knew all of that.
It's not funny, Bjorn.
But a part of getting out of jail, you have to be able to prove it. Because the district attorney, they didn't do their due diligence in this case. They locked me up and they really stopped investigating. And when they did investigate a little bit and stuff didn't really start to add up, they just stopped. Because sometimes the more and more you dig, you're forced to turn over the stuff to the defense, to us, even if it's not good for your favor. You still got to turn it over. So sometimes you don't really always want to dig in case you start digging and it don't dig in your favor. Then you got to.
My whole brain just got confused when he say, even if it's good. What does that mean, even if it's good? Somebody help me out. Help me out what that mean. Even if it's good, what does that mean? Just confuse me.
Maybe a lawyer might ask that, a statement is stricken from, being expressed to the jury or some shit like that.
But Milwaukee, he's talking about the DNA, right? Because he just said COVID and the DNA thing. So the DNA samples, which by the truth, he's answering the question, but kind of like not. But okay, so in the DNA, in that instance, okay, so how else would you try to, like, y'all trying to get in touch with Shannon? because it was so long ago, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And you can't find her or something. That type of thing. So what do you mean hand it over to y'all if it lasts too long, even if it's not good? What does that mean? In the case that we're actually talking about. You understand what I'm saying, Milwaukee? Like, it's the DNA, right? So now you gotta go get the girl, I assume, right? Because it was an old case. Huh? You gotta go get her, or you don't. It's just automatically you slam the hammer on them. Because we caught you. This girl said you raped her a long time ago, 2015, when we found your freaking thing on the face. And she said you got raped, so you automatically go to jail? Or is it a process like y'all trying to tell me you got to go find the girl and make her come to court and that type of thing? And is that why it's taking so long? Right? So what do you mean by if it takes too long, and even if it's good, they hand it over to us? What does that mean in this case? Sharp, you hear what I'm saying? You following me, Sharp? What you got? What you got for me? What do you mean by even if it's good? The same thing with Milwaukee saying, like, okay, they couldn't find, so it's good for us. How's your DNA? Turn it over, y'all. So turn over the evidence. Because you're talking about the DNA evidence that they found in 2015, right? The COVID's hit. What are you talking about? Well, I just read. So he going back and forth, like someone saying stuff that's not even in his case. We know what the lady you just saying, the lady paying you to be a monster. We heard her doing that, but she's because she got. Oh wait, don't give him no bail. Not only two girls, it's a girl that we seen way back here, and the only thing that got this terminology he just using the COVID and the hit and the DNA is this girl over here, right? That's what we just read. So that's what you're talking about. So how's that good for you again? And what did they turn over? Because it seemed like, who did he say was on their side again? Then he say one of these girls, oh, she's actually a witness for us. Who he say that about? That's Shannon? That's what you mean by turning over to y'all? So she's saying that you didn't rape her no more. That's what you're saying? Show us that. Did y'all see that in any other paperwork? Like, what? That's an open and closed case. Again, on your side. If she say that, right? Or no, somebody said in the comments that they don't even care. Like the girl tried to say, nah, he didn't do it. He was like, nah, we went this far. We still gonna follow through what we saying. Like, huh? I don't know if that's true or not. It sounds kind of true. That's crazy.
Setup, I knew I was being framed. I knew all of that. But a part of getting out of jail,
we on them forbidden runs, by the way. Ooh, you know nothing about that. English fan won't show his screen like that for whatever excuses that he give you. We smoke that gas over here. Get your fake, get your gas up, angry fan. Nah, he on vapes now, y'all. He tired of them vapors. He on vapes now, angry fan. This dude, like, this is a response right now, and he responding in a political way.
What is this angry fan going over there?
This ain't angry fan, it's unbiased. And he's responded. Right. He responded in a fan mail in the middle of his blog, like not a regular response like a real nigga would do. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying me. Of course, I'm going to call myself that. Right. A real nigga would do. And just respond on a regular blog, like, to his allegations. Not hey, the fans is asking me random stuff, and hey, I don't use. Look how he even started like.
You're trying to act normal, baby. And you
Act
can't.
normal. That's not normal when somebody Battle Troop is doing that to you, and the fans actually concerned. Like, but you saying it in the fan mail is weird.
No, baby.
You talk about all types of subjects and then get to his. Oh, I don't really want to talk about it, but since somebody asked me, here we go. What? And right after he's going through his whole
thing.
Battle Troop just went through his whole thing with new paperwork.
Okay, baby.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. Milwaukee said yes too. Why my brain don't
but
make
no, it doesn't make well because you dealing with you just said it though. You said regular. You got it right on the head when you said regular nigga or normal nigga or real nigga. All these terms do not indicate mental health problems. And obviously he has some. So if you're trying to act normal because you have mental health issues, you're going to not be normal. That's what happens.
She just raw, cut it straight down. I'm trying to.
You trying to? If a sociopath tries to act like normal people, that's not. I mean, the benefit. You're not even giving him the benefit of the doubt because you're trying to say that he has the mental capability to know not to do this. What I'm doing is kind of meeting him where he at. Like obviously, you indicted. You got paperwork on you. You've been accused of 3 murders by 3 women that are not associated to each other.
You said murder.
Oh, it is murder for sure. You try to murder vagina and not pay for it. He's a crazy person.
I mean, of course, because you're only on that. I'm in the middle. I understand what you're saying.
I mean,
if I was just all the way on that side right there, you know what I'm saying?
But I got to be all the way on this side because people like this do exist. And I know y'all like, dang, is Unbias really a monster? But the statistics is
but not where I'm standing though. I stand in the middle. I understand that side, just I understand this side, but I'm trying to see what the actual truth is. Because it's not that closed, it's not open and closed case, or a bit open and closed.
No, I mean, no, it's not. With rape, it's not because the evidence gonna lead to nothing he gonna say makes sense because they can't. At the end of the day, we can't say what he's saying did happen. So we gotta live in a world wherever he started talking because he a grown up. He 40-some years old. So we gotta act like it ain't no reason for him to make up complete lies. We gotta treat it like that until we know something different. Until we know. In court.
You're right. Start seeing if it's lies or
in court. Well, I wasn't. Oh, this. What's already gonna kill him is that they got DNA. Like
but he just said something about. Kind of. Hold on. Let me finish.
He can't say nothing about it. He gonna sound retarded.
He did. Look.
He gonna sound retarded. They found
really
DNA
with someone one-on-one. I'm being told that there's witnesses in my case. There ain't no witnesses because it was just me and one person. But they was like, oh, we got witnesses, and then this is all things they're telling the judge. And we got DNA evidence, we got this, we got CODIS hits, we got this and this. All of these things just did not manifest to be true. But in the beginning, it sounded very horrible. And they were saying a lot of things like I wanted to, likely to commit another felony.
It sounded real horrible because you goddamn right. It sounds horrible that your DNA is on her face and she was one of the girls. And she said you right. That is what he just said.
I mean, I'm saying.
And yes, you definitely. That sounds horrible, and that's what he's saying. But the DA not on the case anymore. Why don't you just say straight up why? Because he already said he don't know why. He just said that.
The DA or the DNA?
He said the DA, the same DA that was painting the pictures, not on his case anymore. That's what he said. And he said that it turned out. Listen, bro. He just said it turned out not to be true. Listen, y'all not listening. I was saying he throwing it in there. Listen. Huh? Manifested not to be the truth is not saying that. Manifested not to be true is not saying that stuff I was just saying is not true.
is actually in the evidence. So it's gotta be true. It gotta be true. It wouldn't be in the case anymore.
It wouldn't be in the case. How about another new angle?
If they had valid DNA, he would have had to bond out, right? He would have.
No,
they just let him out. They let him out on bond, but after a long time, right? So they was iffy about it, obviously. And then he just said the day ain't there no more. So obviously, when the day was there, saying the stuff we just read, they ain't letting him out. They're not giving him bond. But now they not that she's not there for whatever reason. Now they let him get out. Yeah, we don't know why. That's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking too.
He's trying to indicate.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to indicate it, but he ain't saying it. I know.
That's narcissistic. He's driving you. He's not telling you the facts. He hopes you get there by yourself. Or they could have just switched DAs. Everybody's office court system is packed. Well, I mean, if it's anything like North Carolina,
but that's what I'm saying, y'all. But if he obviously watched the Battle Truth thing, right? And then that part is very something he had to respond to. He's actually responding to the new allegation of what Shannon's saying, that it matches him. And that's what he's talking about right there.
So that one girl that he's saying, he's not saying all of the incidents. He's saying the Shannon incident with the face, with the girl he nutted on the face.
That's what he's talking about right here.
He's just talking about.
Because what else thing is, I got that terminology right there that he's using. We just read the paperwork in Shannon's case, and that's what it's saying. It's talking about the DNA. It's talking about the what is it? CODIS hit.
Yeah, right. Like how many DNA points hit match? So it would have to be pretty much that narrowed it down to him or his daddy. That's what the points mean.
Yeah, CODIS hit. Yeah, that's how they said it in the that's how they said it in the paperwork. Like when that came back, when the CODIS pretty much came back, the DNA sample came back, it matched.
Well, what they're saying is the kind of match that it is, because it's not like that's what his lawyer's going to play with, the terminology of the CSI stuff. So the terminology, and that's what they're going to be fighting. They're fighting random people. How many points could randomly just match versus your points, and what for him to be getting have paper, it still to be on his paperwork. It means that they got it so close to a familiar match that it would have to be him or his father. That's what. And if he don't have
but then hold up, is this the one they threw out though, or is he still got the 3 on his case? How many charges he got? Just 2, right? Or he still got the?
It is 3 charges, but 2 DNA packs.
No, I'm talking about the girls, like victims.
Okay. 3 girls, 2 things of DNA.
It's only 2 girls. It's 6 charges. They're still there. If you go look them up right now, it's 6 charges still there, if I'm not mistaken. And there's 2 females involved. And one of them got thrown out. And I believe that's the Shannon one that he's saying the DA in the match and all that. Obviously, he's trying to say it wasn't true.
No, what?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that was the 4th one that he came in. That was the 4th one.
Yeah. The face one and the girl that jumped out of the car.
Shit. No, the 3rd one is. No, there's no 3rd one.
Not yet. So have you?
There's no 3rd one. I'm saying it, but Truth said it's a 3rd. That's what I'm saying. He keeps saying there's only 2, but Truth saying there's a 3rd and a 4th. But I don't know their names, but yeah, I'm saying
at least another.
I'm saying, but Truth is a 3rd and a 4th.
Well,
Truth kept going on, but it's not in his paperwork.
She must be in the paperwork as a part of the defenses, because we have to list every witness. They have to list before the case even starts. They got to tell defense everything they got. They got to show them the pictures. They got to show them the DNA. They got to tell them all the people that they're going to call to the stand. So out of that people, is there a third person that might not be charged, in a direct charge with him? The third person that comes out.
Even in that paper we just read, the DA was like, see, y'all think it's just a coincidence of 2 people, but it's actually 3 people. And then she started talking about the shitting incident, right? So I don't know the name of the 2 people that he's actually accused.
The 2 people before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because one happened with Kiara that he said is consensual. Then something happened the day after. Yeah, I forget her name. I forgot that lady's name right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what Milwaukee talking about. But that's in his actual charges.
Those 2 are.
And that's off the description. Huh? What's her name? No. His name's Gumsy. Yeah, Gumsy, yeah.
All that's gonna happen.
I forgot her name, but then Shannon is the 2015 girl way back. Then he tried to claim that he didn't know that they just threw on.
Well, see, the thing about what his lawyer probably telling him and where they trying to lean to is trying to get the rape kit thrown out for time sensitivity.
I guess he's saying he don't know neither.
But if they can get a certain point match, they're not even gonna care about that because DNA don't degrade. But people try it. Like these are just like everything he's taught. Like the angle Chris talking from is his angles his lawyers giving him. Like angles lawyers give you. This is the angle. This is the angle. Because you can't talk like this. You definitely can't. That's why he stayed away from stuff like, I'm sorry. I apologize if I made her feel. He gonna stay away from anything like that because his lawyer is definitely telling him, can't accept phone. Can't do this. Can't do this. Don't talk like this. Don't do this. Especially when you out on bail. Because that is definitely what they trying to do. Catch you up on your story. Like, who knows if he already caught up anyway? Because he got a recorded whole different story than what happened.
He said he didn't have a bond.
Yeah.
Right. I said but they don't got the names right there, right?
Inside of me, I knew Side of me was on there. Yeah. So that's,
So maybe Shannon, I don't know. Shannon might be.
So it's whatever details that's in the rape.
100% sure.
And every time they hear a detail, you see how the breakdown is.
I thought Shannon was a cold case. I thought Shannon was, there's no thinking really because we just read the information. We just read Shannon's documents, actually. And it said 2015. So that is the girl that got thrown on him in the thing. So my whole thing is, because clearly we know that Kiara, consensual, party, right. Next day, other woman, right? That's what the DA just said. Don't know her name. But you think it's just that coincidence, but it's actually this too. That's what the actual paperwork. So we're gonna go back to it.
That's what the paperwork says.
Yeah, so it's like,
but that's what he's trying to get you to. But also, y'all real niggas. Like all y'all, I not to use niggas like that in derogatory way, but y'all real men. You know. So walking around feeling like you could be tricking or this, which happens all the time, and you could get caught up in 3 rape charges back to back. Or a co-rape charge from a long time ago. They got a rape kit.
Just so happen, right?
That's when we start, like I said, more likely than not. Judges lean on more likely than not. The world doesn't run like that. You can't just say coincidence. Coincidence loses its meaning if you say it's a coincidence.
It should be over. It just seems
that ain't no coincidence, nigga. That's a pattern. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. You are a serial rapist.
Shit, let's hear the rest of that stuff. I just don't. Yeah.
For sure.
Not making sense.
It don't make sense because
it did not manifest to be true. But in the beginning, it sounded very horrible, and they were saying a lot of things like, "I'm one of the, likely to commit another felony. I'm one of the most, horrible people walking the face of the earth." Not literally, but something like that. And I knew what really happened. I knew I was innocent. I knew I was being set up. I knew I was being framed. I knew all of that. But a part of getting out of jail, you have to be able to prove it, because the district attorney, they didn't do their due diligence in this case. They locked me up and they really stopped investigating. And when they did investigate a little bit and stuff didn't really start to add up, they just stopped. Because sometimes the more and more you dig, you're forced to turn over the stuff to the defense, to us. Even if it's not good for your favor, you still got to turn it over. So sometimes you don't really always want to dig in case you start digging and it don't dig in your favor. Then you got to turn it over, and now it starts working in our favor. And that's what happened in my case. I am blessed that I had some money saved, and I'm blessed that I was able to hire a private investigator. And once I was able to get into my laptop, trusty old laptop right here. Once I was able to get into my laptop, I was able to uncover and put pieces together that wasn't quite right. You know what I'm saying? That definitely wasn't right. And I was able to prove a lot of stuff not being wrong. I mean, not being right. A lot of stuff that they said were lies, and people that they tried to put on me was like becoming like favorable for me. Like I was able to use it back on them. Like, no, like y'all really try to put this person on me without any proof. All of these different things.
Huh? Hold on 1 second, Chris. Have you ever seen a pedophile? Hold on 1 second. 1 second, baby. Hold on 1 second. What? Hold on 1 second. So your trusty laptop proves somehow that the DNAs? That's not what he said. I mean, I know that's not what he said. You want to know what he said? No, I don't. I mean, yes, I want to know what you think he said. Yes. Okay. But I'm saying, yeah, but we this is a response. Go ahead. Is that he discovered something? What he's insinuating is when he hired his private investigator, he got on his trusty laptop and started searching the backgrounds of the people who he was accused of. That he was able to. Why you need his trusty laptop? Not the police or the police. No, my trusty laptop did it. These are. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, more. Unscrupulous women. Yeah. So he do know, Shannon. Facts. What he's saying is in his trusty laptop, he went. After he found out the people that was, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what they need his laptop for, though. They don't need his laptop. He did his own research. They didn't take his laptop or anything like that because his laptop isn't a part of that investigation. His laptop don't help them. His laptop don't help himself. He trying to act like it do. Because if it was anything in there that said you had text messages with this girl, you setting up parties, that laptop would be in police custody right now because it'd be evidence. It would be sitting in evidence because we don't want nobody to try to set you up. So we're going to sit this here where you got all these emails where you going on Backpage and you talking to these girls that that's how you said you did this. And the bars, what's going on? That's not what he did. What he's telling you is I went online, I checked out these girls, they were floozies, and they didn't even check their background. How they're going to be, how you going to get caught up. But that's not what's going to catch you up. Who they are, their character, none of that's going to come into play. God help these girls out, bro. He is saying that we start investigating who these people are. Pretty much. But they don't got nothing to do with your laptop. My own investigation. How you do your own investigation? You in jail, so they gave your laptop in jail? No, when he got out. Just now. No, you ain't listening to him. Listen what he said.
I was able to prove in favor. And that's what happened in my case. I am blessed that I had some money saved, and I'm blessed that I was able to hire a private investigator. So he's not talking about why he's in jail, fighting the case. Obviously he is. Oh, you're saying in jail, he contacted the private investigator. He has to be talking about in jail, right? And he had his laptop to do his own investigation. I mean, that's the part that I'm trying to say that don't make sense. But why would you hire a private investigator? You're talking about your case. He just talked about why he's in jail. If he did. You're also dealing with a compulsive liar. I don't think he hired no private investigator. Why? When you got the best investigators in the world, you got the whole freaking investigators in the world trying to prove that you did this. No, I'm saying he hired his own. And you're saying, you're like, ha ha ha.
They actually trying to prove I did it, but they finding stuff proving I didn't do it. That contradicts itself, right?
No, I'm saying.
Do you hear what I said though?
Yeah, but you said why would he hire a private investigator
when
he got the most?
When he's
hiring people to try to fight for him.
No, but he said they uncovering things that help him. He also said that in his same sentence. They're as they dig deeper, they're finding things that are actually not what they help you. Because that's what you implying.
He's saying he's applying that they're finding things that's making the DA, which he's just talking about, seem like they're lying. The stuff that the DA was saying about him that's so horrible, right? All the girls, trying to bunch all the girls on him. He's saying something in their laptop is proving that not to be the case. But he's not telling us what's in the laptop or where he even talking. Not yet. It doesn't even sound like he's going to.
Okay.
He's playing the surface. He's not even telling us.
I'm talking about the part when he started getting very excited, like pedophiles do. And he started getting giddy with them digging.
We're going to listen to
this. We got CODIS hits. We got this and this. All of these things did not manifest to be true. But in the beginning, it sounded very horrible. And they were saying a lot of things like, I'm one of the, likely to commit another felony. I'm one of the most, horrible people walking the face of the earth. Not literally, but something like that. And I knew what really happened. I knew I was innocent. I knew I was being set up. I knew I was being framed. I knew all of that. But a part of getting out of jail, you have to be able to prove it, because the district attorney, they didn't do their due diligence in this case. They locked me up and they really stopped investigating. And when they did investigate a little bit and stuff didn't really start to add up, they just stopped. Because sometimes the more and more you dig, you're forced to turn over the stuff to the defense, to us, even if it's not good for your favor. You still got to turn it over. So and now it starts working in our favor.
Even if it's not good. So he just misspoke when he said that, and he said in their favor. So he's saying even if it's the evidence, the DNA is a match. So say y'all gonna still turn it over to us?
Well, we gotta tell
you. The only thing that would make sense is you can't find her, right? So now they can't use it against you. No, it's the only thing that kind of makes sense of that.
That's why they have to follow when they do a rape kit in the hospital. They gotta follow strict rules because might gotta go through a court system. So it goes through this thing called chain of custody, where it gets bagged, tagged, and the seal can't be broken. So unless chain of custody is broken, it is evidence and it can be used without the girls being there at all.
Yeah, you can call her.
So
let me drop the Discord.
Okay. But yeah, you can get it without it. But that's what I was saying. That what he was saying. He was saying it and then like, oh yeah, now they stopped looking. And then when they started back and they found something to be true, that kind of would help me. It didn't really work in their favor. It worked in my favor. You said that was a misspoken words. But then he was running with that. Whereas, okay, now you see, I already seen they was messing up and I start feeling like the DA and them people trying to set me up. So I hired my own private investigator. But that's you going with his whole narrative. It don't make sense.
No, it does. If he's saying that they can't use it anymore. They can't use the DNA thing anymore because they try to follow up or whatever the case may be. They can't use it anymore. So pretty much now, yes,
he's really
that's in that evidence was in their favor, but now they have to give it up. So pretty much now it's in his favor.
That. So what if he's not? What if DNA hasn't been thrown out because they haven't been in court? Like, what if DNA isn't thrown out? Then this is all what then? What if that's not what he's explaining right now?
I mean, he said those words, DNA and COVID hit. So then you just like, oh, what's names?
But he's talking about like a couple. He's not staying on point. If you think that he's doing a complete thought.
I mean, no, he's being confused.
He is. I mean, he's not even confusing. He's being facetious. He's
I would have just put it together real quick to say it just clear.
Make it confusing.
But, he's choosing to say it this way. But
he's not
Walker said this
is lying
politically. So he's speaking a certain type of way because it's battle rap. And I think that's what he was trying to say, like, because he's on this platform. So it's almost like he don't even count that it don't matter if we better it. We just want to know what really happened. We
Well,
already saw the paper.
That's why I say it don't.
Yeah, like we didn't see the paper also.
The battle is. I think what he's doing is he's making light of things like okay, let me make light of the DNA because he knows how DNA comes across. Oh, they got DNA, and then he don't even go hard and say specifically the DNA got thrown out. So I don't even know what they're talking about because that's what real niggas do. They ain't got no DNA on me. That stuff got thrown out. My lawyer already told me that. So he
is saying that. He just bunching it up.
He did not say that at all. He never says that. He's never said that DNA is thrown out on him. That's why I said at the end of this, just like this wasn't going to exist. Nothing existed beside of me. We'll see at the end in his case. Was DNA a factor when you get convicted? Because I feel like that's going to be a large factor. Why? Because a DA can do whatever they want to a docket. They can pull a docket. They don't have to charge you right now. They can wait. They can build a case and pull it later. They can ask the judge for that. So for them to keep going,
and their docket can only be dead docket for a certain amount of time before they throw it out. Like I forgot.
Dead docket.
I forgot how long.
But that's what I'm saying is the DNA, the DA fighting for something
pick it back up.
Gives you a good inkling. Not offering you a plea, not offering something that's suitable. So they're not offering him anything under what he did, or he would take it, something easy because he already was sitting in jail. So they didn't give him nothing that's in time served or none of that. They can't offer him a plea, and that's because of what? Their case. Because if they didn't, what they would do, a part of their oath is, hey, I can clearly see there's not enough evidence for this. And I know people like, oh, and it's people been in jail and they innocent and they this. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So have they been in jail with 3 accusers and a witness and 2 rape kits and 2 samples of DNA that happen to have a high compatibility to you? Or if they got a match, because I don't know if he's in CODIS. Is he in CODIS at this point? Probably so. He's locked up. They probably got his DNA. So
he applying it, and then it turned out not to be true.
Or that he think that they can't use the DNA they got on him. Like they don't got nothing legit on me, so I don't even know what they matching it to. Like that's a wrap.
And that's what happened in my case. I am blessed that I had some money saved, and I'm blessed that I was able to hire a private investigator. And once I was able to get into my laptop, trusty old laptop right here. Once I was able to get into my laptop, I was able to uncover and put pieces together that wasn't quite right. You know what I'm saying? That definitely wasn't right. And I was able to prove a lot of stuff not being right. A lot of stuff that they said were lies, and people that they tried to put on me was like becoming like favorable for me. Like I was able to use it back on them. Like, no, like y'all really try to put this person on me without any proof. All of these different things. And this is one thing that you got to realize. As horrible as things sounded in the very beginning, as horrible as they sound, oh, you linked to this person and that person and this person, and you got a robbery, you got a kidnapping, and you got a false imprisonment charge, and you got a what else did I have? I had a aggravated assault charge, and you got a fake money charge. All of these things. Think about all of that. Just think about it for a minute.
Thought about
How did I get here today? How did I get here today?
I mean, that's the question.
How did I get here to where they're not pursuing my case anymore? I'm not going back to court. I'm not having a trial. All this stuff. They let me out of jail. They took my ankle monitor off. They didn't even argue this stuff. They didn't argue me getting a bond when I first got out. They didn't argue. I was petrified that they wouldn't take the ankle monitor off. Like, man, I don't know if they'll let me get off on the ankle monitor. They was like, oh, ankle monitor. Oh, no, you don't need that. Like, everything just started working in my favor, and I felt like it was the evidence that I gave them through the investigator that they was like, this isn't adding up. And when you add on other stuff like rape kits.
You're right. So I guess he got the investigator, and then gave them more.
That's what he's saying, but we know that's not true if he still got an open docket. So what he's saying
it's dead docket.
It's a dead docket.
Yes.
So they closed the case.
It's not closed.
Did they close it with the ability to come back to it? They
That's
do that.
What dead document mean. But like I said, if it's dead document for a certain amount of time, then it's gonna automatically get thrown out.
Well, see, that's why I don't know what term it is, but some term they say, they dismiss with prejudice. So they'll dismiss it with the prejudice of being able to come back, and it doesn't have a time limit. They can come back anytime. Like rape, murder don't have a time limit on it. So that doesn't have a time limit on it. So what is he talking about that has a time limit on it?
I'm just told you. Dead docket.
A dead docket? Yeah. Okay. So
I just told you I looked it up before, but I'll let you see it right here.
No. So so that means what he's saying, that they threw his case out?
That's what he's on right now. He's saying that he ain't got no trial or nothing.
Okay, they threw his case out.
It's dead document.
Okay.
It takes a while before it actually gets thrown out, so they can't pick it back up at an amount of time.
Okay.
Being negative and them saying, oh, y'all had sex here, let's go over here and test it with a forensic scientist. Oh, that's negative too. Are you sure you had sex here? All of these stories not adding up, along with the investigating stuff. It was just like, we don't feel comfortable going to trial because none of this makes any sense. And because I know what happened, I just knew I was set up. I knew it was a money thing. I knew I was set up. I knew the whole nine. So for me, and Battle Truth know that too. He know that too. He can sit in these blogs. Oh, Chris, this. I always think back to like the early stages of his blogs. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got out, I was watching him before he lost. I think he got another channel now. But in his earlier channel, when I first got locked up, it was Chris is never coming home. Chris is done. And God forbid I got indicted. When I got indicted, it was like, oh, yeah, they even indicted him. I know he's guilty. They don't indict you unless you're guilty. This was his energy in the beginning. When I got out of jail, it was his worst nightmare. Because it was like, bro, when I go to battle rap events, I'm like a ghost, bro. I'm really like a ghost. I pull up at a battle rap event, and I don't think niggas even realize that they seeing Chris on.
Chris, you can't backtrack now, sir. You know why I say that? Because you went on the man live. You went on Battle Truth live, and the man asked you, "Do you think I'm just hating on you, or do you understand why I'm doing this right here? Do I got legit arguments in why I say? Do you understand why I think the way I think? You know what Chris said? Go back and not verbatim, but the man he said he does, man. He understands truth. So now why would you go back? Oh, I'm his worst nightmare. What are you talking about? You talked to the man. I did the live. You can't backtrack. You already understand why he's doing it. So no, it can't go back like you don't understand. Or you're trying to paint a picture like, oh, he just a hater. Because that's what the pictures looks like. You're trying to paint for me. When people paint me pictures, I smack it out. I hate it. I hate that. Just keep it real with me. Let me paint my own pictures by you telling me the truth. Don't try to make me think a certain type of way about him. That's what you're doing, right? He's been hating on me, you guys. So that's why I think about it. No, you talked to him. You understood why he's doing that because his stuff was not matching up, right? And you cleared it up. Just like you're supposed to be doing right now.
Nice. They're like, yo, you know how many niggas walk up to me and say, yo, I didn't think I would ever see you again, bro. Welcome home. The battle rap community put me so far under the jail and so far guilty and so far never coming home that they don't even know how to explain why I'm home. And when I tell them why I'm home, like, yo, I hired an investigator that uncovered all this evidence and uncovered all of these lies that were told, that now the DA don't believe a lot of this stuff. Now the DA feels like, oh, I was set up. And when I tell them that, they start changing the narrative. Oh, his mom is rich. Oh, she's a political guru. Oh, this and that. Oh, he's got he got motions and he's trying to get out on this and that and that and this. Yeah. At the bottom line,
that, and that's girl stuff you just did. You just did a whole girl move.
But their evidence was never proven.
He switched back from Battle Truth to whoever
that were
the
told.
day
They don't
is.
even know how to explain why I'm home.
The day, so the day is
Battle
Battle
Truth. Me so far under the jail.
The
so
battle rap community is day, right? So we put you far in the jail, or is you talking about just Battle Truth? Obviously, just Battle Truth, because who else is pinning you in the jail? Like I said, name one more person.
He know.
I want to know because I'm looking up.
But he don't now. He not
sharing.
But
we waiting for the paperwork. That's Battle Truth. So you're talking about him that day.
And so far, never coming home.
Right.
That they don't even know how to explain why I'm home. And when I tell them,
so still day is Battle Truth. Okay.
They
so I thought that switched to now they don't know who
is a lot of
maybe us again.
We know baby. That's what I'm saying. Day when he started talking right there, he's talking about proverbial day. He's talking about someone in his life that's questioning why you got arrested. Someone he knows, he deals with every day, he lives with, maybe he washes his clothes. Why did you get locked up for this? And now you're explaining why, because now they're so shocked you're home. Nigga, I didn't think you was gonna get out on that. And now they shot you home, and you sitting there explaining why. So you explaining to the girl that's waiting on the wing, hey, I got a PI. He did the whoop-de-whoop with the DA and made the DA, he had to let me go. That's it. No, that's not what happened. We in COVID, bruh. You got it on the dead docket. That don't mean nothing. That means that they put it on a far calendar. So far that they gonna let you know when you gotta come back to court. That's not fun. If anything you were saying right now, if you're innocent, would be that you would be forcing the DA to pull your docket so you can get out completely. So you can get a dismissal. That's what he's doing now. Okay.
That's what he said. Okay. When they finally get back in court, his lawyer gonna tell them to go ahead. Like the evidence dropped from the dead docket. Gonna drop it. He said he can't do that, but he said that already once.
Mm-hmm. Then he's home like, yo, and it's a court. How the investigator that uncovered all this evidence and uncovered all of these lies that were told, that now the DA don't believe a lot of this stuff. Now the DA feels like, oh, I was set up. And when I tell them that, they start changing the narrative. Oh, his mom is rich. Oh, she's a political guru. Oh, this and that. Oh, he's got he got motions.
That's why I got confused.
And uncovered all of these lies.
Battle Truth.
And they don't even know how to explain why
I can't
I'm
explain
home.
why I'm home because Battle
like,
Truth threw you under the bus. Now that you're back, the worst nightmare, and they can't explain why you're home. Right, so that's Battle Truth you're talking about. And then you
say, the investigator that uncovered all this evidence and uncovered all of these lies.
You didn't tell Battle Truth that. I did the lie. I
told you.
That's what I'm saying. So that day is somebody else, but you were just talking about Battle Truth the whole time, and then it switched to a different day. Yeah. That's why I confused me. You never said that to
now the DA don't believe a lot of this stuff. Now the DA feels like, oh, I was set up. And when I tell them that, they start changing the narrative.
He didn't say that it was DNA. Like, he didn't go into details. He kind of did say that, but he didn't go into details about what you kind of got to do with Battle Truth because he's going into details. He's nitpicking what he thinks. So it's like you have to kind of go there with him. And he was in certain parts, but not a DNA because that part wasn't even out there.
What did he just turn your mind to? The first thing he did is what narcissists do. They make he done turned that into, oh, I know what it is. Y'all hating on me. Y'all think my mom. What else is that? That's like middle school bragging.
I mean, but that's
my mom's so rich.
That is what Battle Truth said.
I mean, she's political. She's the reason why I'm out.
That's what he said. That's what Battle Truth said.
So it's still Battle Truth.
It went back to Battle Truth.
It's 100%.
But you didn't tell him that first other part that I said. Then that's why it confused me right there. Like, wait, you didn't go into details about nothing because we didn't even have their paperwork. You just going by who you said you didn't know, Shannon. Remember? They just threw her on you.
I'm glad to know that's what is,
but the DNA is why they pinned it on you. That paperwork. That's what the paperwork said. That's why they pinned her on you, because of the DNA match.
Is rich. Oh, she's a political guru. Oh, this and that. Oh, he's got he got motions and he's trying to get out on this and that and that and this. At the bottom line, the evidence was disproven. Well, their evidence was never proven. The lies that they told was proven in my favor. Like, yo, these people are lying. You know what I'm saying? Or the DA the original DA was just putting stuff on me that really wasn't officially on me. They didn't really have nothing. Excuse me. They didn't really have nothing to attach to me. I'm blessed to have gotten another DA that looked at my case sensibly. At first, they wasn't trying to hear nothing, bro. They wasn't trying to hear nothing in court at first. My lawyer was getting chewed by this DA in court. But once we started uncovering stuff, then we can fight back. Okay, now we see what's going on. Now we can fight back. Next thing you know, she's off the case. She's not even on the case no more. You know what I'm saying? So, and the new DA, excuse me, they didn't really have nothing to attach to me. I'm blessed to have gotten another DA that looked at my case sensibly.
I'm blessed to got another DA that looked at my case sensibly.
At first, they wasn't trying to hear nothing, bro. They wasn't trying to hear nothing in court at first. My lawyer was getting chewed by this DA in court. But once we started uncovering stuff, then we can fight back. Okay, now we see what's going on. Now we can fight back. Next thing you know, she's off the case.
So like we said before, for some reason, he's not telling us why she's off the case. He says for some reason, but you're trying to apply that the reason is, or could be, because of false evidence that's pinning on you, bro. So what do you mean, for whatever reason? Was y'all fighting back and proving that what she's saying is a lie? How? By just telling us what part? The DNA part? How can you prove that's a lie? So she just said, for no reason, that a 2015 thing match. How can you get around DNA, bro? What do you mean?
All he looked up and proved, and all he talking about right now on my life, I feel this in my spirit, is the fact that he discovered that they was what he thought they was and hoped they was. That's what I think his PI and him discovered. They discovered Backpage, OnlyFans pages, because that's how young girls are now. Now, my age group women, we don't do stuff like that. We don't have stuff like that. But as a regular thing, these girls got Instagram, OnlyFans, this, and you know, and it's the kind of life they in. This discovery
I think I see what you're going.
You know what I mean? Because
so you're saying really that the girl, they just found out that the girls was not being honest about their story, right?
They just found out that what I'm sensing from him is that these people that are accusing him, these girls, these names, because that's what you get from a docket and the evidence they got to turn over is someone's full name. And when you pull the full name, what you find out is, oh, she might have did prostitution and robbed a John. She might have did this. So you finding things that fit what, like he said, I started, and he kind of gave it away. Because you don't need pieces to come together to a puzzle you already know. It's already a whole picture. You was there.
I'm saying though, what's so hard about saying you have to make this make sense, please. Okay. So what's so hard about saying we looked up the girl's name and she got a history of if that's the case, she got a history of doing this to niggas. That's why they didn't believe her and they just pinned her on. Like, what do you mean? Well, what did y'all find in your thing to disprove it? I get what why are you being so vague? Why? Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But that's when I get what you're saying. I totally agree with you. I totally agree that that's what he's doing. What I'm saying is that on his side, as a rapist, as trying to get away with this, that's his giddiness. That's his, ooh, look, they done put me on dead docket. And this is his assumptions and all of this stuff. Is these. Well, until the court case happens, that's what we're dealing with. How a court would handle what you have, the evidence. That's all we're dealing with, is how we think that 12 people or just a judge would deal with handling this amount of evidence. So his thing is like, that I'm just saying his giddiness. I do agree with you. The clearest way would be just to tell what it is. That's why I said he's telling you the way he's telling you is telling you that he up to stuff. That's what I'm saying. He's telling you.
The man said, and I don't quote him, but it was, y'all gonna remember when I said it. Yeah. He said, we was fighting back. Me and my lawyer, my investigator was fighting back. Or this is the reason why the DA not on this case, right? We was fighting back, or she was just pinning stuff on them that wasn't true. Y'all remember him saying that? Yeah. Is that or isn't that the same exact thing? What does that mean? If y'all fighting back, guess what y'all fighting back? The things that she's not saying. How's that an or? How the heck is that an or? That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you just say what happened for real? Because when you just saying it and you choking on your words and saying or, and it's not making sense. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's got to be pieced together. The truth, that's what judges look at. The truth don't got to be pieced together. If he knew the truth.
That's the same thing.
If he knew the truth, that's all he would say. He would have been saying it from the beginning to the end. But since the narrative might not be what all these girls say, but the narrative might go the way, like it might be, I don't know where it is. They might meet
if somewhere. If he was locked up and he had to investigate it, and that's how he can get his laptop right.
Yeah.
So, but if he got out, I don't know how he got out.
But that's the basis that he's out based upon. That's saying that only Chris Unbias is out based upon the fact
that he
gave
evidence. But there's no way. But there's no way he was locked up. Like I was saying, you know how I know? Because by his story, because he just said we was fighting back, but with this evidence of his laptop, him and his investigator. So with the DA, the first DA, so the first DA won't give him no bond. So he is locked up when he hired the investigator, and they start fighting the freaking DA, and then all of a sudden, poof, this DNA. No one knows why. It might DA disappear. So the investigator, him fighting back, or she was just whatever that means, but she disappeared.
Yeah. Or his lawyer.
But he trying to make us think it was because they was fighting back, or the
same thing. Hired a PI.
That she was just throwing false evidence on him, and they fought that.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to make us think.
PI discovered something that was given to his lawyer and able to just baffle.
But for some reason, he won't just tell me what the thing is. Because, like, why won't you just tell us the thing real quick? Maybe he will, but like I would have just. I don't get that. Why you going around that part? Why? Just say it. You saying it already. Just say what happened.
This is
like I said in that case. If that's the case right there, was my wife is saying, then why did you just say that? She got the history of doing things, and he's trying to set me. You are saying it. Oh, set me up. But just tell us exactly. Boom.
Well, no, I'm telling you what it makes sense. That he's not saying. But yeah, like he's not saying that because that part's not true. He's talking like a liar. He's talking like a narcissist. And what they do is drive you. So if they drive you, you're going to believe 80% of what they say. It's manipulation. It's me driving you. So you didn't tell me that. You were saying this, and it just came in my mind. It didn't just come in your mind. He made it because of the way he's talking to you. It's a form of manipulation. So he's trying to drive you to make you think that, oh, wow, the DA really making up stuff. Wow, you really uncovered stuff that proves that these girls are lying and you're telling the truth.
And that's why he keeps saying, I don't know why, because he don't got that fat that I want. He don't have no actual hair. This is what it is because it's not that.
It's not that.
That's why he keeps saying, oh, it could be, or it could have been how us fighting, or the or part still just
we uncovered some stuff.
The or part pinning stuff on you, that's the same thing. I mean, you mean or she caught COVID and she just disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
You can't even say or she caught
COVID. That's the or because all of that's one, and then you can say or she just who knows why? Like anything.
Yeah.
Say that or not the same thing. You're trying to spin my mind to think.
Yeah. He's trying to, this whole thing it really is. It's a spin. It's a curve. Let me curve these words. Let me say this. And then in the middle of it, what's terrifying to me as a woman is not only that because I believe it 100% of the time. Like three separate people that don't know each other lying about you is a coincidence. I'm not going for it. It's you. Now, it's something I would believe about LeBron and call me call it whatever you want. But I'll believe it about somebody that makes sense. That don't make sense.
But
paying with fake money, picking people up in Ubers, nigga.
But it's not. But he's saying it like it's not 3 girls accusing him. They just accusing people, right? Whoever they
They're
say
just
right
saying
there.
this instance
And then,
of
right. Wherever have
black
it's men, thousands
was
of girls out
happening in
here that
Atlanta.
accuse random.
Exactly.
But he's saying the DA is just pinning these girls on him off of this one case because they're similar, huh?
Okay.
And that's what he's trying to say. So not the actual girl saying, because if it was Shannon came up, they got Shannon, she's the actual witness for them. She can say straight up, yes, I made him. That's him right there, like that. She her own dang witness. It's an open club, like. I mean, you got her right there, know it is. And then tell us how the transitions happen and all that. Yeah. But obviously, like he said, they just dropped the case, or they couldn't get whatever pieces they needed for that. So it seemed untrue, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's even.
So I don't think it seemed untrue. It's just they don't got. They can't get the girl.
I think it's the same reason they letting out inmates that got 20 and 30 years left if they take the COVID vaccine. I think that right now in this time
but period, they actually did docket it.
I know they did docket it. I know, but dead docket is pretty much the same thing they do in North Carolina. They just let him out, and they're doing that all around the world right now during COVID. They're letting out prisoners that will take the vaccine. You get, all of this stuff is like being on CNN and stuff. If you agree to this, you take the Pfizer vaccine, we'll take 2 years, 3 years off your sentence. So all of this stuff is happening, is a major, and then we're dealing with crimes and levels. So if you're talking about in levels, and we know the world we're in now, he raped 3 black girls.
That's big.
Who cares?
Well, who cares?
I know they care, but they don't care too.
Big.
That it is big, but is it big enough to not let him out on bond and we just keep the money? Because this is a money game. Like, let's not get confused that the justice system is actually for the people, because it's not. It's a money thing. So we'll let you bond out. I was good. I had some money. You right. Because if you didn't have that money, you'd still be in jail. You had to buy yourself out. They didn't let you go. They made you bond. They made you give somebody what? $100,000? How much was your bond? $100,000? So you had to give somebody $10,000 that you will never see again. Or you had $100,000 sitting around that you're gonna let them keep to the end of your case.
Money back. Get what he said.
What he said?
Yes.
Oh, so he really don't know. And we know this is his first time getting locked up, and he just showing us he don't know nothing about the court system. Just like he happy that he got dead docketed.
They false accused. That's what I'm saying. So
it's a lot of stuff we gotta be. Like he gotta be 100%.
They can get his money back for sure. And that's what I'm saying. So if you got his money back, that's what you're trying to say. Just prove it real quick. Prove you got your money back.
He didn't get his money back.
I'm saying you can't say
the case would be closed. If they gave him his money back, the case would be closed. That's how you get your money back. You are proven innocent.
Yeah,
dead docket is not innocent. Right. Dead docket is 5 years from now, nigga. You happy? You married? You got kids? Here we go. We got the evidence. Here the DNA. Lock you up. Like they don't care. We had COVID that stopped the world for 2 years. Nigga, sit over there with them 3 rapes.
He said he got his money back.
And we got you.
He said to me,
go make some money so we can take it. That's what they doing. Go make some money so we can take it when you come back. And we lock you up. Oh, we ready to try you now. He's gonna be so confused. What
time? Did you look it up? You don't got
it's no time. It's lifetime. It's so a dead docket means that at any point in time that they can bring it back up. So what his best course of action would be for his lawyer to do that. We need a speedy trial, Your Honor. Let's see if you really about what you talk about. You really want to put that DNA to work. You really want to play that game. It just so happened that in 2015 I put DNA on her face, and then this time I put DNA in her, but it was both consensual. Play that game in a court system. That's what his lawyer is going to be telling him, because that's the game you're saying. If you go to court right now and say, "Okay, we want a court date now," what all the judge is going to do is put him on the docket again. Make your case active. Let's go. Your lawyer been arguing. You are due process. Let's go ahead and trial it. Let's go ahead and have a trial with what we got. And he's saying, "Oh, I'm very confident because my PI." Like, okay. Okay, but that docket ain't fun. That's not no fun thing to be in. It ain't proved nothing. It's proven no. They doing that all around the world right now. They giving people citations for stuff they used to lock people up for because the jail's packed.
His thing under a dead docket, y'all. A dead docket in Georgia. She right. She definitely right. What does dead docket mean in Georgia? The legal dictionary definition of dead docketing, I guess they didn't say in Georgia.
Yeah, because it's the same.
Is a procedure device by which the prosecution is postponed indefinitely, but may be reinstated at any time at the pleasure of the court. So don't have a time on the end of it. Then I looked up, can you fight it? And then they kind of gave me, you know how to give you little things.
Mm-hmm.
And
speedy trial?
A prosecutor can dismiss charges without prejudice, which allows the prosecutor to refile the case at later date without a certain time period. A prosecutor might agree to dismiss a minor charge as long as the defendant does not pick up any new charges. So that sounds like more of a charge that, or what they do to your cases if you can come back and actually get it dropped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how he even can get a dead docket drop right now.
He can't. The only way he can do.
But they say indefinitely, so that pretty much means he ain't gotta keep going back and forth to court like he's saying.
He don't.
But they can pick back up the thing, so he don't gotta go to trial. He don't gotta go back and forth to court.
Nothing's on the docket right now. That's all.
And I'm pretty sure the lawyer can try to get it dismissed, but
yeah. His lawyer.
What is it on dead docket for?
Dead docket just means that right now we're dealing with stuff that's important. We're dealing with the murders that we had to deal with in 2020 that we didn't get to touch because of COVID. We got a backlog. We backlog, and we're going to sit your 3 black girl rapes of prostitutes over here in the corner. We ain't let you go free. When we deal with you, we're going to deal with you, though. And he can press the fact, though. He could say court. And guess how the court gonna act? Because his lawyer ain't gonna tell him to do that. So watch. He ain't gonna press it. He gonna live, and y'all gonna be like, dang, it's been 4 months, it's been 5 months. Because the court system is catching up to itself. But as soon as the court system catch up to itself and that DA catch up to it.
Okay. Now,
then it'll start cooking.
If your case was placed on dead docket, you can ask the court to restrict or expunge the record after it's been on dead document for a period of 12 months. So that's what I've seen. So after a year is when he can go back. It's been a year. So whenever the court's open, like he said, he can go up there and try to get it expunged, take it off his record, since they're not going back and forth right now. Mm-hmm. But my whole thing is, why would they put it on dead docket? You know what I'm saying?
Their evidence.
You know what I'm saying? It got to be something else that could have put it on for right now. Like, why you got to put it on a dead docket, not making them go back and forth to court? Like,
because
that's something that you can actually come.
Because if you're thinking about the court cases you have to deal with, and I know you like, oh no, they can't. When you're thinking about court cases you're dealing with, and if you sit in any courtroom, like even if I sit in a courtroom in North Carolina, little bit in North Carolina, and then you'll hear dudes with rape charges, with this. It's that same process. Are you going to take this? And then the DA come up with a plea bargain for you and see if they go through the plea bargain, but they offer due process. It's the same process, but now it looks a little bit different because COVID happened. So instead of having Mr. Unbiased,
there's no charge. They're not pursuing the charge. They're not pursuing.
At this time, everything is halted. Everything is halted.
So there's no trial. Nothing like that.
Dead docket means they have him not on the calendar for the rest of 2021. As of right now, he is not on the docket as far as any judge is concerned. What his lawyer can do is press so he don't have this charge against him, because right now it says pending against him, all of that stuff. Kidnapping, sodomy, that's on. If he get a job right now, they're gonna pull that and it's gonna say his name and it's gonna say those charges. So if he wants that off, or wants to deal with that.
He said he paid a bond, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I remember him saying that he got his money back in that same episode of Truth. I gotta go back.
Oh yeah, go back.
But I'm pretty sure that he said he got his money back. But it's no way he got his money back.
The only way he got his money back is if you put up the whole thing.
Let me ask.
You can get your money back, but you got to put up the whole thing. So what that means is you don't get a bond agent. You actually physically pay. That's what it is. And he doesn't have his money back now because he is out on bond now. He is not in a dismissed case. He has a dead docket case. It is not the same. He is still a criminal as of this time. If you look up his record, it will say pending charges and these. So he is no, I got off. They decided this. They haven't decided nothing yet. Nobody's deciding anything. They got you on hold. You're pretty much talking about a fancy hold to deal with later.
Well, no, they said cash bail. If you pay cash bail to the court, meaning you pay the full bail amount, you will have that money returned to you after the defendant makes all required court appearances.
Okay.
If the person does not show up in court, that money will be forfeited.
Definition.
And yes, yeah.
No. I'm saying that's what the court decides is the definition of no more court appearances. Because dead docket doesn't mean no more court appearances necessarily. That means
maybe they pick it back up.
But that's what I mean. And so if the court thinks about that,
but you have to you got to pick it back up. It's dead, so you got to pick it back. Like
even though it's got to be picked back up, it is not
it's
gone.
Over now, right?
Still has a docket number. It still exists. It's not gone. So if you can get your money back and it still exists, I don't know. Maybe when it's completely gone, you're right.
Your bill is refunded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you pay cash for your bill, it is refunded at the end of your process, though.
I'm saying, why ain't you never get my bill money back?
At the end, you gotta pay the bail amount, not the bonded amount.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay the whole joint.
Yeah,
I guess right.
The 100,000 in cash, or the 200,000, or the 10,000 in cash.
Yeah, that's tough. So
not bonded.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Hold on, let me see. Make sure that's the difference right there.
Yeah, it is for sure. That's why the bondsmen make you pay. I want us to be bondsmen for sure. Because that's what you get. You get that amount that they get out, and your only thing is make sure that they make it to court. And I got a sweet little thing. They'd be like, dang, B, you gonna make us wear chips to bond us out? Yep. Come get this little injection in your arm. You ain't gonna run away.
Oh, they said a bond. You can use a bail's bond. Okay. So if you can't afford that whole bail, then the bail's bondsman is
they post your bond.
Right. They post it for you. So they saying you didn't really pay nothing because the bail's bondsman did it. And if you meet all the requirements, the court pays the bail's bondsman back. So the court, that's what the bail's bondsman say.
That's what they do
or whatever.
When they end, yeah, like at the
that's
end
why
of
he's
your
so thirsty of catching you. You know. Keep doing your pay, or make sure you're doing what you're doing.
But at the end of your process,
they pay the whole joint.
But see, like in any situation where you're looking at somebody in that situation.
So no, we're not gonna get that.
Warren didn't get that.
That's how they
wouldn't get that bond money until my case was closed.
The bondsman should pay your money back, y'all.
No. That's not happening. That's the whole business.
Yeah, but that's how they get paid. Right,
that's the whole business.
That's how they get paid. Right.
No, that's not going to happen.
That's how they get paid. How else do they get paid?
Because the bond that they have for their business is what's based on how they get you out. They don't physically give the court that money. They put their credit up for that money. And they're saying, oh, I'll make sure he's going to be there. But if you miss that first appearance and they call you and you're not on that first appearance when your docket is on the calendar, that's when they lose that money right there, that bond money. Like, when people miss their first appearances, after they get bonded out, if you don't make your first appearance, that's the money that your bail's bondsman, that's why they be looking for you. That's what they be looking for. And then they get amount.
They're looking at the bail's bondsman put up, they said the 10%, so the bail's bondsman off the 100,000. I give the bail's bondsman, it's 10,000. No, it's the 10,000 to get out, right?
You give that to the bail's bondsman.
No, we only give what?
Yeah. If it's 100,000, it's 10%. So if it's $100,000, it's
right. If it's 10%, then you give the bail's bondsman $10,000, and the bail's bondsman give the courts $100,000. So that's what they just said.
They don't physically give them money, baby.
Obviously, they do. That's what they just said.
No, well, I get what you mean.
Listen, and then that's why the bail's bondsman is on us so hard, because if we don't do the requirements of the court, it's the only time that the judge would give back the bond. And now it don't go, the bail. It don't go to me. It goes to the bail's bondsman now. But if I had cash and I paid it, then it go to me.
If we meet all the requirements. You talking about the $10,000?
No,
the $100,000.
What the bondsman put up, right?
The $100,000.
Right. That's why he's so. Because he ain't really got it like that. They just because he's a bail's bondsman, he can probably go borrow it real quick. From the bank or something, because he's a bail's bondsman.
You don't have to borrow it.
They
get bonded. They business bonded. Like a TV installation people got a certain amount of money to cover them if they come in and tear something up on your house. Bondsmen get bonded. So that's when people deal with triple D bonding and whatever else. Those types of bond. You have bonding that have $1 million coverage. You have bonding that go up to like 10 million, 3 million. They deal with.
So that's my point. So if they got coverage, then but you have coverage. To pay the judge. Still,
you don't pay
the courts.
Okay.
How you get around paying the courts? Somebody got to give them their bread for you to get out.
There's no exchange of money, physical money for them. They take your.
So where's the refund? Now exchange money back?
Oh, baby, okay. What happens is you call me. I'm your bondsman. You call me to get you out for something $10,000. You give me $1,000 Friday night. Now my job is only that you make it to court at your first appearance. That's my whole job as a bail's bondsman. I just got paid $1,000 to make sure you make it to court on this time, based upon my credit. Based upon if you don't, I will get you back.
One court appearance.
That's the first court appearance, yeah, because that's what your bond is for. And then after that, they discuss what you're gonna do next and all of that stuff. You're not on bond after that. After you have your first court appearance and they set a date for your trial, a date to try you for your crimes. Yeah, that's when the bond is done. And now he free. Now my bondsman is free. He ain't chasing me no more. And I'm still going to court and trial, going through what I did and whatever. And they try and they giving me my verdict and probation or whatever. He not there no more. He done just got because I showed up. He showed up.
First appearance usually to come back.
Well, but a lot of people run on first appearance, and that's
I know. I'm just saying.
And when they run, that's his credit. So that's what exactly the court will happen. The court is now going to come after him, the bondsman, not for the little 1,000 you gave them. The court's coming after them for 10,000, because that's what we said. So you either bring us 10 grand or the body. Right. And then that's when you get into bounty hunters and stuff like that.
That's what I said too.
Oh yeah.
You're saying there's no money exchange.
I was saying no physical money because when you get a bondsman, their bond is their what they are able to bond you out on is their credit. Whatever their business is credit. So they're not handing out money like that. It's based upon that fact. You trade. We take you and we're insuring you until your first court appearance. That's why I say it's kind of dope business. I mean, with you and me, we're very aggressive. So I doubt somebody will be like running on us. The type of people we would
sound like police work.
I mean, it's kind of police work.
Yeah, I ain't doing no police work.
I know. I think we'd be good at it though.
All right.
We would though. Who would run on us? Who would run on us though? Like for real.
Well,
like your kids not eat for $100 grand. You feel me?
I don't think
you let this dude out because he got 10 keys and he called you because he know that you're gonna take these 10, 15 stacks real quick. Even though his bond is like $2 million.
If you don't show up to full court, is it just the first appearance though?
Yeah, it's that.
Because they don't really
A lot of people don't.
Who's gonna stop me from not coming back to the second appearance? Yeah.
It's nothing that's gonna stop you from coming to second appearance.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but that's what
me to make me come to the first one, which you can't.
You needed a bond.
So I go to the first one. They're gonna let you. There's not like the first appearance ain't nothing. Y'all know what a first appearance is. Like,
first appearance, you get your lawyer.
Then you get a date.
Just
get a date to come back. And
all they're going to do is, what happened after that? The process goes very simple. You go first appearance, you get your lawyer, you set up your date. You set up your court date, you do not show up for that court date. That judge issues you a bench warrant. Now, this bench warrant is attached to the fact that you just got arrested. So, no, your bond is not no longer $100,000, but your bond now is $500,000. Are you getting out of jail today? Are you bonding today? No. And that's the system. That's how we get you caught up. And they play the long game with you. They don't care about playing the long game with you. They putting it on you. You a grown up. Come back to court. You did something wrong. Show up. You don't show up. No, we're not showing up at your house that day because we know you might be at your house that day. We're not showing up at your job. We're not looking for you. No. We're going to put out a warrant for your arrest and let all these bounty hunters go look for you for that money. Because it's a business. And we're going to go look for that money. Because what? It's $10,000 out there somewhere. You are a $10,000 Easter egg. I need you to take you. All of that is going to be like, nah, baby, my kids need to eat today. You going to jail today. Talking about you let people go. You'll let $10,000 go? Like, nigga, I'll bail you right back out. I promise.
I'll be right back. I might be going for a couple of days.
I'll bail you right back out. I promise. They are.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, bounty hunters.
Oh, bounty hunters.
Well, some of the bondsmen be bounty hunters.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah,
so they go out there looking for you first.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
they want that money
bounty hunters. Like, you got to call up them dudes to pay the bills, and they're like, man, come get.
Oh yeah, that's what they do because they got a runner, somebody that can't catch them or something like that. They bail somebody out nice, and need somebody to chase them.
The new DA was more reasonable. I know when you hear a lot of juicy details and everything from the bond hearing and all the stuff that was said in court, it sounds horrible. It sounds that way. Oh, he jumped on top of her. He punched her. He stabbed her. He had a gun. He slapped her. He pushed her. He used a car as a weapon. He assaulted her. All these things they said in court. When I'm hearing these things in court, I'm like this. Because I know what really happened. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm being set up. I know I'm being framed. I know all of this. And I'm just hoping that somebody is going to be able to listen to me and be able to hear my side of the story. And early on, that wasn't the case. But man, as this case unfolded, man, sitting in jail for 2 years, there's a lot of stuff that can start to happen in this case that can unravel. And everything that was said early on.
Forget a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Just give us 2. I don't even want 1 no more. I want 2. Just give us 2 things,
dismiss your charge. On this PI doing all this work that's pretty much saying you ain't do nothing. You sound crazy. What are you talking about right now?
On in 2017, like, oh, this is what Chris did.
Yeah.
They realized Chris didn't do that. They realized it. I had disproved it. I had basically proved that stuff didn't happen. If they really felt all of those things happened, they would have never let me walk the streets of Atlanta as free as I am. Walking the streets with no ankle monitor, walking the streets with no restrictions. You know what I'm saying? They're not even pursuing this case no more. They did docketed the case. I'm not proved it. I have basically proved that stuff didn't happen. If they really,
he might have just said what I wanted to say. We just cut out though. See, he edited his videos out. That was the edit right there. He said, "Look, he just edited it right where I want him."
They realized Chris didn't do that. They realized it. I had disproved it. I had basically.
Okay, you proving your innocence? How? By what? The DNA? How you disprove the DNA thing? Because that's part of the evidence, right? DNA. How you disprove that? Tell us. Handy dandy laptop.
What's my handy dandy?
I want to know. But then you don't even tell us. You just edit it out.
That stuff didn't happen.
Maybe you went on, right? Who knows what you actually did? But look, why would you edit that part out and then come back and say this?
If they really felt all of those things happen, they would have never.
Switch the whole thing. Kind of on subject, but not. If they really thought that, hey, come on, bro, tell us how you disprove it, and why is it dead? What does dead docket mean? He about to say it though.
Let me.
I just looked it up, and it don't really mean nothing.
It don't mean what he's acting like it means.
It doesn't mean like he's not going back and forth to court, but they just say they can open it any time. Like, what the heck is that all about?
Okay.
Like, I hate that. I would hate that. So that's after 12 months. Let me get it off. Let's see after 12 months he can get it off and then see what they say. can he really get it off? Like, is it one of those things that after 12 months, if it's still dead docketed, you automatically can get it off? Is it that?
No, you can ask for it to be taken off
Right,
because it's been 12 months.
Right.
But after you ask, if the DA like look at their stuff, like I ain't really looked at your case in a minute. I've been dealing with murders, and these dudes bringing over all this heroin. Okay.
Oh, I get
yeah,
it.
I got DNA on you.
So an innocent man will be at the freaking courtroom at 365 days. 364th day be right there at the court because he said 12 months, right? And then right when it opened, if I'm innocent, yo, get me off this thing because I want them to bring it back up and start it up. I want them to look back up. Right, but then if you just let it just keep it going, then like, I don't know. They forget about it, they forget about it.
Right? Yeah.
So we kind of say.
So he said the right thing, like I said, when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna have my lawyer try to go ahead and get this dismissed for lack of evidence." Cool.
That's it.
Let's see if that's what. Let's see, and that tell us a big thing too.
And then he's downplaying it because it's him, and I get that, but you have to follow up with some sincerity. You have to, like, if I'm in court getting accused of that, and I'm him. I would be feeling if I didn't do it because I'm gonna. Why the heck would I think I'm gonna get locked up for something I didn't do? Why? How? What? Right? Exactly. Yeah, right. So I know I'm gonna get off. So I feel sorry if any kind of for these women that went through that. If they tell them the truth, why wouldn't I?
Exactly.
It's just not me.
Your narrative would have been.
It's just not me. So, but he's downplaying it like he don't even give a crap about what happened to him, if that happened to him, or he's saying because that's my accuser. They just saying it's not them. The DA's doing that. The DA saying, hey, this messed up and pinning these charges. Remember? So it's not really them physically there.
Well,
you don't see them.
The DA
so like whatever happened to her in 2015, bro. I feel sorry for that woman, you know what I'm saying? It's just not me, bro.
That's what he's trying to say, but that 2015 case is probably what the DA, and the DA didn't find that. A freaking detective found that. A cop found that. A cop found out, well, wait a minute. I put this in, and wow, these rape kits, what? Match. Why would they be together? Why would two rape kits be together? Nigga, I'm going to tell you why. They match. Let's just deal with that. Two people, two separate incidents, and they match. And they say the same thing. You did the same thing to them. So that's the fact. That's really what you're dealing with. And you don't talk about it. That's what you would do. If you're innocent, you're going to talk about how you are innocent. And ain't no fact that you tricking with no thought gonna be the thing that you are so embarrassed about. Oh, on top of being a rapist,
right? That's
like,
what I'm saying.
So, but you will if you don't know how to make the fact that you are a rapist normal, because that's what the whole point is. Because you can blog doing this. Obviously, when this happened, you just can get back into your regular life. You live in life normal. So you trying to figure out how. Thinking of what you was doing as normal, now thinking of it as the most perverted, because everybody perverted. And now that's what you joke and laugh about a lot. Oh, and I know when you hear these things, they're so horrible. Nigga, they are horrible. If you're doing them to a person that don't want them done to you.
That's horrible.
Don't
sound horrible. You're saying that I get, like I said, because it's happening to you. So you're saying it like,
oh, I know it
sounds you
bad.
Or we're.
What are you talking about?
There's no sound bad for no one in that case. Like even if that's your mom. No, that's bad to her, I'm sure. Like what? Yeah. She'll feel sorry for that girl, I would think. So who is it sound bad to?
That's what I was like.
Other than you, man.
Oh, hearing all of this, hearing
so,
what
but
you
we're not
did,
you. But you're trying to explain to us like we're supposed to be you.
What you felt.
We can kind of be in your shoes a little bit, but we still don't want to just be all the way in. Like, nah, bro. Like, we kind of like feel you a little bit, but nah, it's horrible.
And I don't like the. Like,
it's true.
His mansplaining sucks because at the end of the day, like you said, it's gonna be like, this is horrible that this happened. It's gonna be more of that versus, I see what they're trying to do. I see what they trying to do to me. They trying to add up all my tricks and all my this, and they trying to trap me. I see it happening. I'm like, okay, well, why is that your
A
name?
DNA case came up from 2015 that led to him and 2 other victims.
It connected. Well, I don't know about 2, but I know it connected to one other case.
We proved
Kiara, for sure.
Yeah, so that
stuff didn't happen. If they really felt all of those things happened, they would have never let me walk the streets of Atlanta as free as I am.
Horrible they are.
Walking the streets with no ankle monitor, walking the streets with no restrictions. You know what I'm saying? They're not even pursuing this case.
You can say that in another atmosphere when ain't nothing happening.
People hit me up like, "Oh, you're awaiting trial." I'm not going to trial. I'm not going to court. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been saying this ever since I got out. I keep showing up on this camera, blogging about battle rap. Every year, y'all keep telling me I'm going back to jail.
Every year? How long have you been?
No, I'm not, bruh. Like, what you think been going on? And what you think has been going on during this time behind the scenes that y'all don't know? And when I try to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? There's only so much I even be wanting to talk about. When I try to tell y'all,
I'm like, what is he talking about?
No, you're right.
You just talking crazy.
He was out. Yeah, he was out before. He been out for maybe 3 years, right? But he just got back to battle rap like 8 months ago.
Okay.
So I don't know what he means still by every year they say he's going back to jail. We only seen you back in battle rap for 8 months. So there's no every year or nothing. It's still the same year. And like I said,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think he just said he been out for 3 years. I don't even know when he really got out. I guess somebody let me know in the comments when he actually got out. But I know it's probably past the year time that this dead docket you can go to court and try to fit that. The courts is open now. I know COVID probably stopped a lot of stuff. But now he said he's doing it though. So how long do we actually give him to go handle his business?
He's been out for a year. He's been out bonded for a year.
Longer. He was on a monitor for some time.
Okay. So dead docket is something that they just decided while he was on the monitor and stuff. Okay.
I keep listening to niggas that is not in it. That's not sitting in court, that's not in it at all, they don't know nothing is going on. And they look at the screen and they try to interpret your case. I know what's really going on. I'm not worried about this case. I'm not fighting this case. They're not coming after me on this case. The district attorney isn't paying me any attention. When I left the courtroom, they said, have a nice day. When I last talked to them, have a nice day and we don't want to see you anymore. And since then, no ankle monitor, dead docketed case. And I think they have realized we made a big mistake in this case and we didn't do what we were supposed to do. And y'all are going to see that. Yeah, if y'all don't see it now, and I'm trying to tell you, you are going to see it. Trust and believe. So I just let the masses talk, man. I just let y'all talk.
So we're gonna see it. So why are you talking like what? So what do you want us to do?
He's talking like it's done.
So should we talk until we see, or you're telling us, which is obvious, to just be quiet and let you handle it? So let's say your year is up, which I'm sure. Did you handle it? Since it's so, I'm not worried about it. They realize, I think they realize that this is
stop doing that. I can't.
Right?
I can't.
That's what you said. I think they realize that this is just done. So after the year, when you go to the people who realize that this is stupid, tell them to bring back up your thing. Why don't they dismiss it off record, sir? And you know that we're going to ask this question. That's why you said you might not know now, but
you will know. Because that's what they're going to do.
Oh, you will. Right.
Okay. When they clearly does not mean any of those things you're saying.
Because everybody can run their mouth about, oh, Chris this and Chris that and Chris this, but nobody can explain how, if all of that stuff is true, If Chris did all of this stuff, and then they two hit me up like, yo, them niggas even trying to say you a serial murderer. I'm like, these niggas trying to put everything on me, these weirdo bloggers. If all of this stuff is true, why am I here today? I'm here, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I got my hands on my.
You don't understand.
Yeah, why are you even doing this right now?
Chilling when why would your case you just said we'll see? What does we'll see mean? Why would you even say, oh, if you don't understand now, we'll see later? Because you realize right then, man, the question is, what does dead docket mean? Like the whole dead document thing, that's why you brought up. Like we looked it up. It don't really mean anything. It just means it actually does mean. It means you're not going to court. But that doesn't mean that this is what you're trying to again make us seem like it's over. It's over. Like they realized, remember, that this is stupid. This is stupid. Right? So they dead document something that don't mean they realize that this is stupid. It looked more like we'll get back to this. I mean, I don't read law stuff too much or Google things pertaining to the law that much, but that's what it looks like it means. That is legal jargon for we can wait to put you in jail. We can wait for you. We can wait. They would actually let me out if I was out here doing stuff. You be dumb and go out here and fake Uber drive again and think you not going. You like that's what they saying. You think they ain't gangster for saying that? We dare you. I double dog dare you. Go out there and Uber drive, pick somebody else up, and climb on top of them. Even the allegation while you're in this process right now is done. You know you're done, right? So go ahead. Who is really taking the risk? You are. You crazy. One more thing. He's taking the risk. They're not taking no risk. Why would they even let me out? Look at me cooling. I got my hands behind my back. You look stupid. Stop relaxing while we're dealing with the fact that women are raped and they think you did it. That's like, I don't want nobody thinking I did nothing like that. What can I do? I don't know what can I do? I wasn't there. That won't me. I don't understand. Like, you never gonna be this guy. That's the problem. He really put his hands behind his back on camera. No, he is not relaxed. He is like, hey. No, he probably going. After he got done doing this, he's gonna go call your lawyer. Lawyer gonna be like, Chris. Well, I mean, we don't know, you know. A case might be dead docketed because of weak, missing, or questionable evidence. Mm-hmm. A case might be dead docketed because the victim does not wish for the case to be prosecuted, and the prosecution is willing to give the defendant a chance to show that there will not be future offenses. And that's all can be included. So what she just said, try to pick somebody else up. We dare you. Mister, we dare you. Mr. So comfortable, look at me. I'm so comfortable. You better not go to Backpage no more. Use the Backpage killer. Chris Unbias. So she's right about that part. Mm-hmm. Don't get too comfortable, because if these allegations are true, which they can't really find out because they say it's questionable. Yeah. So you're handing the laptop. Me. That's just and your investigator did do some work wherever it is. That's you just tell us. One of the reasons they made dead docket. I'm pretty sure that definition does not include the fact that we just went through a 2-year quarantine does not in the entire world. I'm pretty sure that definition ain't covering that. Do you cover that we just went through an entire world quarantine? Is that the definition, the working definition of? No, that's the working definition right now. Dead docket is everybody working definition. We just went through a 2-year quarantine. So I think it's more that he need to put his arms down. I think there's a lot of that.
Because, yeah, you're right. Because you're not guilty until proven innocent. You're just innocent until proven guilty. So, yeah, dead docket you until we come back to it and we can go through all of this. This is a rape trial. What we need to start taking care of. We need to start going ahead and setting this calendar for these murderers and stuff like this. Like, there's people that's been on Durham docket for murder sitting in jail 4, 5, 6 years. So that ain't no game. That's when they could play the long game. They can't play the long game now. The quarantine made it like that. So I think it's that. But he's saying that it's that. They don't got that information together. They don't got the. Sure, no. You did something that's major for you, but in the scale of things, we got other people to deal with and other things that came before your docket. His docket might hit 2022, middle of 2022. Now it's official that I gotta go ahead and take care of these charges and, have my final day in court. I bet you his narrative be that man.
No, we was listening to another one, Truth. One of his blogs, it's not 7 straight blogs of new evidence. Now he's just breaking stuff down, but it is paperwork on a couple of the blogs. And they break down what the DA was saying, or the state was saying, that the girl's statements to the police, the DA just pinning them all together and then, presenting it in front of the judge to try to not. This is a bill. That was a bill hearing and all that. That's where that paperwork came from, to see if he can bail out or not. And obviously, while that paperwork we was reading it, and as he explained, the deal was not buying it. They was not letting him out. He tried to seem like he said, because of the fighting or the handy-dandy laptop, or him hiring the freaking investigator, fighting it caused maybe it caused the DA to backtrack and get out of it. Well, but either way it goes, the DA's out of it. Whatever happened to her, and now we got another DA. They listen to him more.
Well, it don't matter because dead docket don't even mean that. That ain't, if dead docket said that, dead docket.
Yeah, the dead docket don't even say that, but that's what he's saying. Dead docket don't even mean that.
By lawyers.
The new DNA is saying good stuff. Show us that proof. Show us that the new DA is like, what was the old DA talking about? He seems like an innocent man to me. Like I'm saying, that they want that doesn't equal to dead docket. That equals to dismiss. Dropped, whatever you want to call it.
That would make sense.
Dead docket.
That a new DA would dead docket your case if it's brand new DA. I just came in to a place where a DA all of a sudden left. That would make sense to dead docket something that's on the back file of all these other cases I have to handle because we just lost a DA. You just played yourself. That's the most reason. See, most likely than not wins all the time. What's most likely than not is that makes more sense. So no, we're not jumping into you, some magic genie. Your PI came in court. PIs can't even talk in court. Shut up. They can't even talk until we start trial. And they're put on your, so no, talking in court, no. So what your lawyer said to the DA, that's what we talking about your battle was. Right. You said your PA, you supplied your PA was giving this. And what happened was when the brand new DA, no bias, unbiased, Bart, looked at your case. She made it dead docket, or he made it dead docket. He didn't dismiss it. He didn't see it as unreasonable. He saw it as something that needed to be put off.
Oh no, they said,
which makes sense.
They did say unreasonable.
Well, that's what the term for dead docket means. I'm not saying that that's not a term. I'm saying that term does not include a 2-year quarantine. And as unbiased, as Chris just made us aware of, a brand new DA into a whole new environment.
Yeah.
That all equals. You remember that happened in North?
Yeah,
you remember when that happened in Durham?
You
remember when that happened in the Bull City?
But
do you remember when that happened in Bull City? The new year came And it was the DA that was normally there, and a couple of judges had left Durham. And so they had changed all the dockets. And they said all the dockets was pushed back to later that year because of what? The judge, and that was just a judge and a DA. We're talking about the entire system has been backlogged everywhere. They're talking about it. And now you're talking about, and on top of that, a new DA. Yeah, there you go. That made more sense. That's a better narrative. That's a more rational narrative. Then you did something to
we gonna see. I know the nigga did something, but if he get off all of them charges, then what can you really say?
Oh yeah, you can't say nothing if you get off all the charges.
If they dismiss it, but that's right. That's big, right?
That's Bill
Why
Cosby.
it's not dismissed? That's not a reasonable question. Like, why it's not dismissed?
Yeah.
Because
you brought all this fancy new PI evidence.
The terms.
And the new DA saw it. And they docketed it. So to dig more, to find more, but not to dismiss, not to see that it's completely unreasonable. That's why they're still pursuing you, because it's not your story, your evidence, their evidence to them still doesn't equal unreasonable. It equals what they're doing, watching you. And now you've been out after being locked up, and you got to make sure you don't do crazy stuff. But you've already been doing crazy stuff. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be using it against you. It's just been happening in your regular. So you might want to chill all of the social media stuff out. Messing with girls in any kind of perverted kind of way. Can I live my life? Yeah, off camera. For sure.
It's true, I guess we just see, right? I'll listen to a couple more of this Battle Truth,
Battle Truth or Unbias? Because Unbias just talking.
Let's see what else he got. I think he's done.
Casey Snyder. I got this question.
Yeah, he's done. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, wait. Let me make sure.
Is disproven. Well, their evidence was, my lawyer was getting chewed by this DA in court. But once we started uncovering stuff, then we can fight back. Okay, now we see what's going on. Now after being locked up for 2 years, I'm able to get the district attorney to look at me differently. That's not easy to do in the criminal justice system. A lot of people in there ain't getting that opportunity. I'm blessed to have it. Look at me differently.
It's a blessing, but
that's not easy to turn that around. I was able to get people to look at me differently. You know what I'm saying? After being locked up for 2 years, I'm able to get the district attorney to look at me differently.
No, you didn't. You got a new one. You just forgot.
He just talking anyway, because he don't know nothing about the court system.
You got a new one.
He did.
You got the new one.
Well, they all do that.
That didn't take 2 years. How long you had the new one?
If you locked,
you know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me.
That's not easy to do in the criminal justice system. A lot of people in there ain't getting that opportunity. I'm blessed to have it. I'm hope for other people. You know what I'm saying? I just went to Nubian Bookstore. Shout out Nubian Bookstore. I just went to his bookstore, bought $170 worth of books to send to the jail. This is what I do. These niggas talk. I'm out here trying to make a difference. I'm out here trying to lead by example, man. Salute me or just don't rock with me. And that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I keep seeing blog, when he goes back to court, when he's in, bro.
So he can't wait till your case is dismissed because dead document does not mean dismissed.
Yeah, that's fair, bro.
That's not fair.
I'm saying it's fair for you to let us wait till it is dismissed.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You got charges. Don't say salute you or don't rock with you when we actually trying to rock with you.
We're just trying to see.
And you trying to make us just pick another side. Like what? We want to know. Get it dismissed.
Because protect
that
women and
don't
children.
Mean that.
What in the world are we doing? Protect women and kids. Like.
I'm not.
What you trying to do?
This case is not anything I'm fighting anymore. I keep telling people that they don't. You know, since I've been out of jail, there's been all of these behind the scene deals working. A lot going on since I've been out. You got to think, I got locked up in 2017, got out in 2019. It's 2021. Things have been happening that people don't know has been happening. And you will slowly but surely realize it very, very soon. And I just been chilling. I just let people talk, let people say whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm living my life. I'm making
not a good sign either.
Things have been happening. Mind you, dead document means that things are not happening anymore. It's a pause on everything. Right? Yeah. So when did it get dead document? And then after it got dead document, then you can't keep making this motion right here and saying things are happening. It's nothing happening right now. It's dead document. So they're giving you, they said they're giving the prosecution is giving defendant, that's you, to freaking see if any other offenses come out. That's the same thing as giving the freaking defendants time to either show up, get more evidence or whatever, clear their story up more, right? Right? So those are the things, the only things we just read it that could be happening. Because guess what? If they find out that something is a total lie, guess what they would have done? Dismissed it, sir. Closed it, sir. Right? Right. So don't try to bamboozle us by things that are going on behind the scenes like it's in your favor. Because if it was in your favor, I already got you dead documented. Makes no sense. So the only things that could be happening behind the scenes is against you. Keeping your thing on dead document. But I think nothing's happening behind the scenes. Because what I understand of dead document, nothing's going on. No back and forth to court. Who's working? Who? What? The DA is looking to things like what? Maybe her lawyer. No, I'm sure you're a lawyer. Right? Like what? Cut it out.
A whole lot of money. I'm doing what I love to do. And at the end of the day, if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. And if you don't, you don't. I'm not trying to win nobody over. I'm not trying to convince you that I'm innocent. Like, you think I'm guilty? Okay. Unsubscribe and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But I got all the answers. I got all the stuff in my discovery. I got the negative rape kits test. I got the negative result. I got all of that in my discovery. These niggas just be talking. I just let them talk. I let them talk. My days of going back and forth are over. I didn't kind of moved on, man. Even like I think my family had saw some of my blogs.
I got the proof. But I'm not going to show you. I got negative rape kits. I'm going to let their side come out and make y'all think that I'm horrible, like the DA, who also look at this saying, right. Salute to the game. I have no idea what that really means. Like, that sounded kind of arrogant. I don't know why you would be arrogant at a time like this. But okay, I see you meant plural, my fault. What you mean meant plural? I don't know. Let's see.
I did early on. I was like throwing money around and acting all crazy and talking shit. They was just like, yo, you wild. I'm like, why you acting like that? So I had to self-check myself because it was like, I don't ever want to get out of character of who I am as a person. So Tony Batista.
trying to figure out, y'all, a reason, right? Why you would talk about something, right? Because he's talking about it. The allegations that bear the truth. He's talking about, right? Why would you talk about it instead of showing us proof? I have the paperwork right here. I'm not going to show y'all the paperwork. The proof. He's good with cameras too, so he can do better than Battle Truth was doing. But Battle Truth even had it on his thing, flashing paperwork like that. He's better at editing than Battle Truth. Just read. I'm trying to figure out a way, reason, why you wouldn't do that. Here's one. Because if I read this, then what this is saying make me look stupid. That's one. We ain't talking about that. We trying to figure out a reason. You trying to, because he's talking about it. So the people that's worried and very concerned, like, why won't you show us why you off? Help me. Don't laugh at me. I see laughter. Help. Better up his life. I see everything. Hit me up, Chris. Why don't you show me? I tell the people that actually do care, because you think for some reason that the whole bad rap community throwing you under the bus. No, that's Battle Truth and his followers. And I'm not a follower. I rock with Battle Truth, but I'm not certain. I'm not just gonna go by his narrative. And if you actually look at his things, like mad dislikes. So everybody that's listening to this is not even agreeing with him. So you're talking about just him and his stance. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or people who just decide to take that side, which I can't even be too mad at. Okay? You can take whatever side you want. I choose to be in the middle. Everybody's not like that. They're gonna automatically feel, it's not like I don't feel for the girls. I want to, but I ain't. I'm just gonna stay in the middle. They got holes in their story, which I'm gonna check out more. I'm gonna keep doing like I was doing and poke holes in their story. Like, no, that don't make any sense. How the heck you say you jumped out the car, your neighbor seen you, and then y'all got in your car on the way to the hospital, see his car again? What does that even mean? So of course I'm gonna say stuff like that when it don't make sense either way. Right. Because you know why? I actually want justice. I want justice on both sides. It's not like just for the girls. Of course I want justice for the girls. And I want justice for if girls is trying to set up niggas for him. I don't want him to, if he's not guilty, to be guilty. You know what I'm saying? If he's an innocent man, no, I don't want him to get in trouble. So tell us exactly what's going on. If I can have the hope that you be innocent. That's why I'm staying out the middle. But you even don't want to show me. You know why? There's another one. I just thought of it. It's not there. It's not proving your innocence, bro. It's not there. You know why I could think that? Because you said we're going to see eventually. So if you're not going to show us the paperwork, I wouldn't assume we're going to see the paperwork. So you can only be talking about what I'm saying this. You're going to go to court and you're going to get it dismissed. Then look, you guys, it's dismissed. Right. If that's the case, I should still be kind of worried and looking at you sideways until then, right? Just no. I am. Whether you don't want it. But you said don't salute you. Just stop rocking with you. So where's this channel? You're right. Unsubscribe. Holla at you. If you get it dismissed, sir. Don't know why you trying to be arrogant with us, with me. I don't get it. Salute to the game. Y'all make sure y'all make a comment on all that. It's just frustrated the crap out of me, as y'all can see. See everything. Stay on your A game. Holla at me if I say something stupid, because I will see you.